We are tWoTcast, episode 427.
No, he doesn't. No. Okay.
All right, everyone, shut the f*** up. Let's ready to record.
We like to start every show by yelling, "We are tWoTcast." Can you do that with me? On the count of 1, 2, 3, go. We are tWoTcast. Now we can start.
The Wheel of Time, reread podcast, explicit in R, freaking rated. Jono's the wild card, always talking shit. Joe's the straight man, he's a total dick. Tom is still obsessed with X-Men.
Previously on X-Men.
We are
Hi. Oh, yay. We're tWoTcast, the Wheel of Time reread podcast, now watching singularly the Wheel of Time TV show. I'm Jono with Miss Joe.
Hey, Jono.
Hey. And Taffy is here as well.
Hello.
I was gonna do a
Hello,
bit with
Taffy.
about Tom, but I forgot.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hey.
How are you, Taffy?
Oh, I'm doing well, thank you. Thank you for asking.
Are you
You're
doing well? Yes.
Yes. Thank you so
Yes.
much. Thank you
Yes,
for
you are.
asking.
Your tone
Taffy.
reminded me of my wife after sex. And I was like, how was that? Was it good? And she's like, yes, it was.
Taffy, can you say everything is fine in Bossing Say?
And what?
In
In
Bossing Say.
What's bossing say?
Can you just say those words the way you were just talking, please?
Everything is fine. Is
In
that good?
Bossing Say.
And bossing, everything is fine. And bossing say.
That's for Tom. That's for Tom.
Oh, you're welcome, Tom. Not like he's gonna watch.
Don't
it.
forget to hit the like button. Hey, thanks, Glenn.
I did,
Yeah,
Glenn.
Always.
I did. Thank you, Glenn. Thank you.
He's on it faster than I'm able to put this up.
He's good.
Question for you. Do you press the like button every episode, or is it just once and you're done?
Every episode. You gotta
God
figure
damn.
that. You gotta finger that button every episode, Jonah.
It's a lot of work. Yeah, it's like sex. Again, you have to find that button every time. I
Yeah.
don't have time for that shit.
You got a good buzz on, Jonah?
The button for
that's
what,
my
John?
idea. What's that?
The button during sex for what?
Oh, for her to orgasm. I believe.
I thought you
it's
said that
the,
was a myth.
Yeah, I know. It's
When
it's
Tom
because it's
goes back
right
to
after the
wearing a taffy
butthole.
mask.
I love that.
Yeah, I
Great idea.
I am brilliant.
I miss Tom,
I do miss Tom.
but I fucking missed you guys after a week. So
Oh,
Oh. It's just because our bond has gotten even stronger, but you don't want to hear
it
about
has.
it. Yeah.
Yes, it has. I see how you guys could do this for so long.
Yeah, if it's just me and John hanging out. Tom's kind of there sometimes, but
yeah.
Of course we can do this every week. Why?
Yeah.
Tom calls in when he's not too busy.
Where's Tom? By the way, Tom's been too fucking busy for a month. What, 2 months now?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
Well, I mean, he's purposely avoiding the show,
What a
Yeah.
piece of shit.
Yeah.
He barely wished me a happy birthday.
He'd probably be back by now.
But he did though. He did though. He did. He
Well,
remembered.
not on my actual birthday. No, it was much after. Happy being old. Hope your birthday was dumb. It's pretty much what he said.
That sounds
Which is
right.
about fucking right.
Does
Yeah.
sound about right.
Yeah. At least I know he wasn't hacked. No one's sending that message.
Can you guys understand me? My voice is very scratchy.
What'd you say?
I said my voice is scratchy. I
Yes,
got
I can hear you
sick
just
over the
fine.
weekend. Actually, Violet was sick on Thursday, and then I was sick on Sunday, and it really hasn't left yet.
Oh
Great
man,
news.
yeah.
You tell me since I saw you Saturday.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
like I didn't get sick. I was fine on Saturday. Like I didn't feel
Understand
sick at
how
all.
it's not like, well,
It
I'm
takes
sick,
3
but-
days to incubate.
Maybe. Oh, Jono, you might be sick in a day or two.
Oh yay!
Did he see
Yay.
Violet?
No, he saw
I don't care
me.
about children. He came over to my house and got fucked up.
You
I
probably
don't.
weren't
In
taking-
fairness, Jono, I don't know which one of my children got me sick. Don't blame Violet.
And also, I was drunk as shit, and I barely remember most of it.
That's awesome. Did you guys have fun?
Had a lot of fun. We
That's
had a
so
lot of fun.
cool.
Yeah,
Was
watched
it
a lot of
party?
Austin Powers.
Was it a
It was
party for
Austin
John?
Powers themed. Yeah, because I'm
That's
a
awesome.
40-year-old adult. I actually
I
had
haven't watched
a-
those movies in a long time, apparently, and I really enjoyed it.
You're welcome. Then.
That's cool.
My favorite gift, my sister-in-law, at least for now, I'm probably gonna divorce her sister, or the other way around. Sent me a singing telegram leather daddy.
Yeah.
And so about 6 o'clock when I'm fucked, not like blackout, which is an interesting sentence, but just pretty good to go. A guy who could have been a Patton Oswalt or Danny DeVito cosplayer walked in all leather and just started singing interesting lyrics to me.
That's so awesome.
It was interesting to say the
What
least.
kind of lyrics did he sing to you? Are you going to tell us?
I don't have the video or the lyric sheet somewhere in the house, but
It's something
was-
like 1 is no good and 3 is no better. Something like that.
Joe, that sounded really good. You have a
That's
nice
really
singing
good, yeah.
voice. I mean, we need to hear you
Brandon
sing more
Austin
often.
Powers dress alike. God damn it. You know what's funny? I was like, because of all the images and stuff for the show, I finally took Tom drew the shittiest overlay on top of Rand to look like Austin Powers. And I finally took it. I was like, I don't need this anymore.
Did you find it?
No, I don't know where. I mean, it's just in our, saved on here forever. And I just got rid of it to make space. And then I was like, I don't need this anymore. And now it's like, now it's relevant.
That's so typical, isn't it?
Yeah, every time. Minute her time. That's why I never get rid of anything.
Yeah.
Ever again.
Hi, Fins. Yeah, that's true. Hello, everyone has said something too. Hello, all our
Dr.
friends.
Evil vibes. Just your wife.
Just
saying
yours.
attention. Yeah.
Did she?
Anyone
think
agree
so.
this was the best show of the series so far? Interesting.
There was
We'll get to
definitely
ratings at the end,
made me
Glenn.
feel
Yeah,
like
we'll get to
that.
ratings at the end. There's some promise here, though. Until
There's
the
a
end.
couple of things
Also-
that are
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
Taffy.
a couple of things for sure.
check your phone
my phone.
for your leather daddy picture.
I'm so excited.
It's so horrifying.
Where the fuck is it?
Jonna, can I
Where
put
the
that picture
fuck
on the
is
show?
it?
Absolutely.
Yes, just put it on the
Alright.
show. I don't see it yet. Where is it?
I'll just bring it up here. Taffy,
Okay.
don't worry about it.
Oh, I'm so pumped for this.
I'm blasted drunk,
Yes.
It's so fucking.
and I don't think I can like blink at this point. Again, it's 6:30. It's probably a little
All right, here's
early
John
for a
with
lot
his
of
leather
people.
daddy.
Yes. Wait, that's a really good description you gave of him. Did he beat you with that?
He did.
He did.
And you can see,
Awesome.
because I'm a 40-year-old man wearing wrinkled clothing, there's beer pong behind me. 'Cause
Yeah, I
again,
was just looking at all
40
those
years
cups
old.
back there. That's
you
a
gotta play beer
party
pong.
table right there.
No.
Yeah. And note the Austin Powers stuff over his shoulder.
Oh yeah, the peace signs and stuff. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can say yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Shannon does a great job decorating for a
Yeah.
blow up doll.
For a blow-up doll, it's pretty damn impressive.
It is, yeah, for sure. This just her. She just walks up to the window and does this with the decals.
It just goes.
Yeah.
Suddenly, there's a sticker left behind.
Oh man, I'm glad you
Whenever
guys
she
had
wants to get
fun.
from one room to the other really fast, she just lets a little air out. It's right over there. It's great.
So we can jump into the show whenever, but my favorite
Oh.
thing, which I don't know why it makes me so happy, but there's a picture taken of him when he just arrived, of him
Mhm.
parking in the cul-de-sac of my neighborhood, and like he's clearly consulting the lyrics he's got. He's still wearing like the leather shit. His parking job is like
He's just
69.
sticking out into the street. Yeah.
it's awful, and like it's just this fat dude in a leather coat, and like just like I can only imagine what the fuck the neighbors thought when this guy like parks in the middle of a cul-de-sac, nearly
Yeah.
perpendicular. It's awful. 2 houses down, so he's got to waddle on up the hill, like fucking incredible. It's my favorite picture because it engenders so many questions, I'm sure, for other people.
Your sister-in-law knows you pretty well.
Yeah, too bad
Knows
she's
what you
dead,
like.
too.
Knows what you're into. I mean, just in and out. What a good sister-in-law.
Was he a cool guy? He seems like he's a cool guy. Was he nice?
I think he may have been overwhelmed by me.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because like as soon as he turned around, I just grinned at him while I was like, oh. And then he was like, well, I'm supposed to spank you. And I was ready. And I was like, going pants on or off. And he did not know how to respond to that.
Pants on or off? He didn't know how to respond? Come on.
think
That
that-
should be like part of his job.
He's an actor, not a porn dude or actor, whatever you want to
It
call
was
him.
a
He's an
great
actor.
experience for him.
Yeah. So
He got
Like-
a little education that day.
Be the Secretary of State.
yes. Yeah. Exactly. Anyway, so that was my birthday. That's it for this
Alright.
week. We'll see you later on when I turn 50. Tom's age.
Yeah. Tom's age.
When's he
Going.
turn 50?
63. Is that what you're going to say?
1963. Jesus.
Spoiler
pretty good.
warning. This is our episode covering episode 6. The Shadow in the Night.
I love that thumbnail, by the way. It looks
thank
really
you.
cool. I love the design and that, like, kind of. It's not quite mauve, but that
It's
color.
the
it's a
I'm
good
picking
color.
the colors out of the image, but it's the color on his
It is
Well,
kind of
you
mauve.
mauve?
It's fantastic.
I mean, I
the
brightened it up, but it's the
font.
color from his clothing.
I can't
Episode
tell.
6 of the Wheel of Time, The Shadow in the Night. Spoilers for the books as well
On that
Everything,
note,
just
I need to go
everything.
grab my notes. I'll be right back.
as we are a free
Okay.
read. A Creed podcast.
Oh, come on, yeah, let's go.
Are you feeling okay? Or you just sound
No,
like
yeah,
you just
I
sound-
feel better. I just sound shitty.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do sound like super shitty.
Yeah.
You do.
Yep. Oh man! And to hear all about my illness, you can go to myspace.com/tWoTcast, the new Twitter of time. It's where you get all your Wheel of Time news,
That's
including
right.
what's going on in
To
the
do an
lives of
update
podcast as a team. myspace.com/sing with Tappy.
Yes, I have put many status updates on there. I've been basically blogging. Lots.
Wouldn't that just be Stat Eye?
It's much better because there has been way too much. Twitter of time has been corrupted.
Twitter of time. I mean, you mean X of time?
Middle finger. Yes, Tappy.
Fuck that. I'll never say it.
I fucking hate it. Glad to know.
Yeah, good job. Good job.
I was watching
picking me
something.
up.
There was some bit where they were like going through like reasons someone's a piece of shit. I don't know. You know what? Do you guys watch Severance? I know, John. No, you don't. It's not really.
Not yet. It's on the list.
It's
Just
not like it's not like a huge bit, but like in Severance, though, it'd be like, I don't know, like a school counselor that tells you how you're doing, like, kind of tells you facts about your outward self, so you can like feel better on your inner shitty job. And basically, they were like, like everything they said was just like, your Audi was a piece of shit kind of thing. So he's basically just like, your Audi says "sup dog" to everyone who, like shit like that. And then he's like, oh no. And it just kept getting worse. And then it was like, your Audi calls Twitter X.com.
Oh, no way.
Like it was just like one of the
good.
things. Anyway, it was fine. You have to watch Severance to get it, I guess.
I watched the first episode of season 2 and we were both like,
Oh, I liked season 2.
Did you watch
season
1
we
first?
didn't watch the whole. No, yeah, we watched season 1 when it came out and that was fun. Jono. No, we did, but we watched the first episode and we were just like,
Good song. Yeah.
not in a hurry to watch the rest of it, I guess. I don't know.
How excited are you for Happy Gilmore sequel?
Oh, I did not know about that. It better be
6.9
good.
out of 7.
I mean, I think it's kind of like the perfect amount of time. Like if they'd done it too fast, I would have been like,
Right.
dumb. But like now that it's been like 30 years, I'm like, I kind of love this. I'm not sure.
I did not know that was
I
happening.
don't know how I feel about it.
That is
I feel
like,
like you need to be more clued into Hollywood. Oh,
Oh,
I saw
I know.
the first the police academy, like
Oh,
1 and 2
nice.
are
That's
2 of
awesome.
the. What was happening while I went to go fucking grab my goddamn notes? The police academy and shit's coming up.
It came up. I don't know how it came. Oh, because the guy from the. Oh, and here I thought it was the guy was the bartender at the Blue Oyster Club.
Oh,
Make 'em laugh,
from
make 'em
police
laugh.
academy. Yeah.
okay.
Only if they bring Bob Barker back. He's dead. They are
That's
going to
how
have
you bring
Robert
him back.
Jordan in the movie, though.
Oh.
All right, sorry. Didn't mean to bring us
Robert
down.
Parker Jordan. I don't.
Episode 6 of the Wheel of Time: The Shadow and the Night. Guys, you want to talk about this or what?
Let's talk about it.
So Rorark's there. Wait,
Ugh.
oh, that's old. Sorry.
Oh my God. Thank you so much.
90. Just starting off
So-
strong,
Thank
Just gotta
you.
start off strong.
I don't know
Yeah.
about you guys, but I don't. Apparently, my Prime. Well, not apparently. So I don't have like the highest dollar Prime. Apparently, I get commercials in the middle of mine,
Mhm.
and all of my commercials was the dude from Parks and Rec, who's the accountant with peanut butter issues. Remember who in conversation about Severance, the guy who's the accountant there.
Oh, Adam Scott. Yeah.
No, the accountant who Adam Scott interviews with like every time, and then always leaves the job. That dude's got a commercial
vaguely recall
about
that, yeah.
whatever the fuck, but it's just him over and over. And I couldn't be happier that he's got a second career doing commercials.
Probably makes
that's
more
it.
money doing that.
probably
Commercial
does.
is a lot of. Well, I don't know. Maybe commercial. I don't know if it makes as much money because there's like not as many royalties and stuff anymore on stuff.
Yeah, they fucking.
I don't know. Yeah.
We'll ask his accountant. But it just made
Yeah,
me
we'll ask his
very
accountant.
happy to see him. He
He's
also
like, this isn't a good deal. I played an accountant.
Yeah,
I
know what I'm doing.
know what a good deal looks like.
Anyway, so
Young
Tanchico.
Leandrin. challenge for
95
the
years.
first time and murder some people, but it's pretty awesome. What do you guys think about this?
It was interesting.
Murdering a Boral Lenault
Listen, this chick, Leandrin,
and his
is
rapist helper?
She's deep into this story. We're getting so much more of Leandrin.
I don't mind it, honestly.
No, I don't. And it was like kind of cool to see, especially since she's talking about wanting to be a Forsaken. Like, is she gonna go and do like Demandred's trip to Sheo Gol and like down the tunnel with everything closing in on her?
Oh, that'd be fucking awesome.
I mean,
But
that'd be
she's
cool.
not
with
strong
not
enough.
Leandrin.
She's fucking weak in the power. Like, that's the
So-
overarching issue to me on that. You're not
Aside
gonna
from
be
the fact that they
chosen.
introduced Alvirian this season, like the theory was always sort of that they were kind of be combined into one character, and I always kind of felt like Alvirian should have been like maybe one of the chosen, like kind of close, like this close to being.
But what is a chosen?
Right,
Like, there's nothing
right.
exciting about her. She's just like, she may be slightly more devoted, but strength-wise, she's fucking useless compared to the rest. Like, she's a dreadlord. There's a reason why that title exists.
Oh, yeah, that's
right.
true.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah.
Well, I mean,
calling
we
her
do see
chosen
that
is
Ishmael took
stupid.
a very specific interest in her after she murders some people.
That's true. But I
Yeah.
think that's like, Ishamael's got nothing else to fucking do.
Right.
All right.
I like her little
That's
finger
true.
gun bullet to the brain
Yeah.
thing she's got going on.
It was well done.
It's very,
too. The
very No
little
Country for
girl,
Old
like,
Men.
not knowing how to take care of the baby, but caring enough about it to like. It was interesting. That whole thing was actually one of the most well done things in the show.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
think that bit was like her being like, "Shut the fuck up," and then she's like, "Oh god damn it, I love you,"
Yeah,
like kind of
it was
thing. Like, all, and it
weird.
happened fast, but like, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's a show.
I like about 80% of it.
Okay.
I did not like from the beginning, like, this is supposed to be in like the bedrock of a manor. It looks pretty fucking shit. Like, that's a little too
I mean, she's
shitty
locked in a
dungeon.
rape dungeon, Jono.
But my
she's
rape dungeons,
child trafficked.
Why do you
I've
think he
looked a
wanted
little
to get
better.
rid of the baby? Because it was a boy?
Wait,
Probably just because
yeah,
it was annoying him.
it really is annoying. But
okay.
Toss it in the
I don't
fucking
know
bay.
I'm very disappointed in you, Joe, by the way. I don't know if good Lord Lenault said horse face or whore's
Horse
face.
face.
Wars.
Well, I can't say that for sure, but I can tell you that he's a good judge of horse flesh.
He's like,
Horse
we're
flesh.
fucking killing this kid right now. I think my problem is the fact that his reaction is one of the dumbest things I've seen. Like, she fucking finger like guns the helper's head dead.
Yeah, both of them.
And then his response is to like lurch slowly. He doesn't react. He doesn't yell anything. He just kind of like.
I think he would. Well, one, you got to remember, like, he can't see what happened. He's just like, what the fuck? Like, she just screamed and then the guy fell over. Like, it's not like his brains blew out the back. She just like punched a hole in his brain. So from the front,
like, there's nothing. Like, he doesn't respond like, "What happened to you, you lazy dick?" Like, he just and then just kind of like waddles over to her.
I mean, I don't know. In shock, maybe. I don't know.
Again, add some fucking like. The
He's
fact
old.
that this is a conversation piece, I think, is problematic.
Fair enough. It's part of Leandra's arc in the book as well until she was put in her place. I mean, yeah, again, but like, she's clearly been elevated in the show. Very much like the same way Moraine. Like, Moraine is way overpowered in the show compared to books. But like,
Not over. I don't think she's overpowered. Well, she's now.
you don't think so? Really?
With the thing she's got now, I think she's just overplayed.
Maybe. I guess so. I don't know. I think she's done a couple of things that seem a little beyond what Moraine could do. But maybe I'm wrong.
Remember, she's one of the strongest Aes Sedai in the last.
Yeah, and they're
100,
weak
200 years.
because they're not from the Age of Legends, Jenna.
Weak. You know what is strong though?
Yeah.
Leandrin's heels.
Yeah, she can stomp in a
yeah.
skull with no
She
shoes
does
on.
skull stomping, fucking like. And there's just some wet slapping noises. Like, I guess that like when she killed him, it did break up the, kind of
Right.
wish
There's
we
like
could
some
escape
inside
the
that, yeah,
rape
totally.
one day, Joe. You know what I
Your
want to say.
count is nailing it as always, Jenna.
Yeah. But anyway, so then she just flounders around Tanchico and finds the statue, which I do actually hate.
Do you think there's something to that collar that's still on the statue? or
Oh no, I think
is
it's
that
just
just a
I think it's just a statue of it. Is that what you
okay?
mean? Like, do you think it's like an object of the power or something?
Or
She
wants to have a
the
triangle.
color, like the
Oh,
color?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
They're not gonna.
I hope not.
Oh, that
I
is
mean, I hope
interesting
not
though, because
either.
the other two statues are gone and they have the bracelets. So
Yeah,
that is
because
kind of
and then they
interesting.
talk about it later how each of the statues had a bracelet. Like Tom says, each of the bracelets had
Yeah,
each of the
there's
statues had a
there's
bracelet, and
yeah,
those
each
are
of the statues
gone.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, because like I know
I mean, I
sometimes they
don't think
just
so
change
just because it's
stuff,
so oversized, but at the same time, like,
Right.
what does that mean? It's the phone power. Like you put a collar around it and it like forms into this big thing. Like maybe it is. Or maybe it's inside the statue, like a
We'll see.
classic
Oh,
classic
right,
old movie.
right.
They gotta break the old thing and
Well,
be like,
because
there it is.
even the Shan collars, they what do? What is that they do? They dematerialize and then like reform as soon as they make the connection with
It's
skin.
nanotechnology, like Iron Man suit.
Technology. That was tube technology, Joe.
They just hit
Nanotechnology.
the button on the front and it goes.
It
Suddenly they're Iron Man.
totally looks like replicators in Stargate SG-1. It moves
Oh,
just
yeah.
the same as them. So that's
It's a
pretty
really
cool.
totally
fancy
normal.
3D printer. It just keeps doing the same thing over again.
Self-assembling nanopeptides. Totally makes sense. Just knits itself.
I
And
don't
here
hate
we go.
the statues
Yeah.
and the role they're playing. I agree. Yeah.
I'm not in favor of the statues right now. We'll see what happens, but
I'm not
I
totally
think part
sold,
of the issue is what that technically means that
Glenn takes one to
I mean,
know one, Glenn.
you did a deep cut sci-fi reference.
it's
Oh,
true.
I've watched Stargate since
You fucking
it
nerd.
came out and rewatched it. I used to watch it all the time. Teal'c was like, I almost named my black son Teal'c.
Or buried under this.
Or buried under the statue. I mean, it could, yeah, totally.
They were gonna hide the horn there, but already a collar was already hidden.
But from my problem is this. So obviously these things exist in the actual books, therefore source material. But who would be doing this, right? They're calling it the Shanchan collar, which I can only assume is because, or I want to assume is because they met the Shanchan first, because
Uh-huh.
the Shanchan in no way should have their technology here, considering the sequence of events to go west first. But there's to me, I don't understand how old Tanchico is. Tanchico, I don't believe, is one of those like original great cities. So to have
only like 90 some odd years ago. What did they say? 95, 97?
Yeah, 95.
It's not
But
that long ago.
the statue could be way older. But as far as
sure.
like being one of the Ogier made cities, it's not. Therefore,
No,
it's
of course not.
Didn't Elayne say
But-
something about it being that's where the Shanchan were originally from, was Tanchico, or was that Fain?
I think that one of them said
where
something like
Leandrin's
that, but I
from.
think they just meant. Is it Leandrin that says that? No, it's Elayne.
thought
When
I
they're
don't
like,
know.
when
Elayne
she's
said-
like,
right?
when she's.
I don't remember what it was.
researching. Or
So,
whatever.
but the Shanchan, I guess technically they could have launched from there, but they're originally from.
I think that's what they meant.
Launched maybe.
I think
Yeah,
that's what-
like they
I think
left
that's-
from
yeah,
there.
I think that's
You're
what she meant. They
Okay.
left from there or whatever.
What's the I forget where Arthur Hawking's originally from. It's towards the southeast, I believe. Anyway,
I
it doesn't
forgot.
matter.
I don't
Someone
remember.
grab the big white book.
Georgia?
Yeah, it's from
Florida.
Georgia. That's right.
Yeah.
Florida.
Anyway, we're getting way, way deep in a foot, if you will.
Tanchico used to be called Tennessee. I still wonder why.
Terrible place.
I wonder why Shanchan would call Ranland the Westlands when they are east of Shanchan.
Maybe the international.
Maybe they went the
border,
long way
or
around.
The international date line is. They know where that is. It's like going Russia to California.
Yeah, sure. That makes complete sense. Anyway, Ishmael's like, he offers Leandrin a new way, and she's like, "Can you teach me this? What did you call it? A new way?" And then they leave. You know. Fast forward to now, Leandrin's in the White Tower in Teleran, Riyadh.
I wanted to talk more about Wet Hot American Summer, but all right. We can
Hot American summer.
yeah. All right, fair enough. So there she is on the Maryland seat. And
We
she's
can keep
lying to
talking about that.
Leandrin
Ishmael and her have like a great training montage.
A training.
can't
Oh, I
stop
love
distracting
training
Yes,
ourselves.
classic
montages.
80s training montage. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, please.
And then it ends
but,
in like a freeze frame of like, we nailed it, you know,
I
and they're
love-
both their feet are off the ground.
There's a training montage. I think it's in Hard to Kill with Steven Seagal. And we laughed, Otto and I laughed so hard at it because at this one point he goes,
Oh my god, that's
but
the
he
best.
takes a deep breath first and then he just does this with his arms
Is
like
he
this.
doing
and that's part of
the
it.
like the little the one that you hit
There's
fast? the
no
little rapid?
punching bag.
Oh,
No, he's
Oh.
just standing there in the room and he's
There's no
just doing like this. It's amazing. It's
Oh
one of
my
the
God.
That'll
best
teach you,
training montages
how many dicks
ever.
can you use your graph? I can do them all.
All of them.
So an amazing 80s montage. Check out this ponytail.
Sorry.
It's okay. There's no reason to apologize for this.
Speed bag.
Okay,
Thank
right.
you, Dobby.
Which also is what I believe Joe calls his testicles.
That's what I was setting you up for, John. Good job. You didn't
Thank you.
disappoint.
That
You
was
did not
good.
disappoint.
Good
job,
John. You haven't lost
John.
your touch at all. You're 40 years old. You got it all still inside.
Steven Seagal. The best one?
Hawkwing
Under
was from
Siege.
this place? This place. Does he mean
It was from-
Tanchico?
hello, Wetlander.
Hello, Wetlander. We've never seen this. I don't think I've seen this.
Wetlander, did you find us on MySpace?
Which coincidence
Twat
is
Twat?
my
Is
name.
that how you found it? The show?
There's no other option.
Okay.
Oh, Chandale.
But wasn't Chandale?
Oh, okay. Thank you.
If you did find us at MySpace, you can check us out over there at myspace.com/tWoTcast. The new Twitter of time, we're calling it. The new X of time.
I'm guessing that's where Wetlander found that it's Chandale is.
Yeah,
on MySpace, 'cause
myspace.com/thing with Taffy. There's
Yeah,
a
there.
ridiculously comprehensive encyclopedic entries.
Yeah,
there,
it's
all
better
about the wheel of time.
than
Yeah.
the wiki and all that. There's a lot of
It
online.
combines everything.
It really
Yeah,
does.
Repositories.
So first off, thank you to Wetlander.
Thank you,
but
Wetlander.
The original, unless the world has lied to me, that was on the east. Like he was kind of where Carrion and all that kind of thing is where Arthur Hawkwing started his empire.
Yeah.
He was so again, not Tanchico. However, it does seem like the Shan do kind of like view Arthur Hawkwing versus son. Luthar? Yeah, Luthar. Pandrig.
Ooh.
There's only
Ooh,
4,
for
but the next 2
free.
are racy.
Wow. Okay.
And those cost a lot of money. I got some
Yeah,
professional
that's what I'm
photographers.
surprised.
I'm
That's
sorry, professional
cool.
photographers, as they call
Guys,
themselves.
we're not even
Okay.
past the cold open. We're doing a great job.
Shit, that's probably true.
It's fine. It's
Going to
fine.
midnight. My wife's divorcing me again.
Leandrin sits on the Maryland seat. Basically, Lanfear threatens her not to betray her, and she assumes that there's a spy from one of the other Forsaken, and she's not fucking wrong.
I love that scarf she's wearing. That gold scarf. That's cool.
Yeah, she looks cool.
That's
Yeah.
a stole.
I like the
I guess
creepy
it would
speed
be.
with
You're
which
right.
everything moves around while they're talking.
Totally. Yeah.
Like suddenly
Yeah, I
she's
think
down
they
there with her,
do.
and then this whole thing happens,
Yeah.
and then this whole thing happens.
Real videos from Happy Bennington. All I can say is our lawyers are talking to Rafe's lawyers.
Yeah.
There may be some.
The boys are so
loyalties due.
upset. They called the
Rafe Judkins is
tWoTcast lawyers
clearly
are
watching Happy
handling it.
Bennington.
The way you put
Targaryen.
that-
He's like walking around humming the song, and then he's like, you know what would be a cool scene? This exact thing. But let's make it Lanfear and Leandrin.
You're gonna look at season 4's like micro print, and like executive producers just gonna say Taffy Bennington at the bottom. Like, yeah, oh, shit.
Oh my god.
0.001% executive producer Taffy Bennington.
Won that shit. Won it very hard. One of the things I also love, by the way, about the actual graphics, when they enter and exit right now, the way that like the folding just molecules, almost giant molecules of them like going in and out, I think graphically looks fucking cool.
It
I
does.
think
I agree.
they've
when she
definitely
left the
turned a
throne,
corner.
it like folded.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
And if you
everything's
want to talk
looking
about
pretty great.
folds, by the way, join us at JordanCon in a couple weeks for our live show where Taffy won't be there, but the Hills of Tanchico will.
The
As
Hills
will
of
I.
Tanchico will be there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
As will Rand and Egwene's therapists.
And ask
Although
Maria.
it's a Nalricus, Jono.
Oh.
Oh, good.
Some MySpace drama later. Lately, Egwene unfriended Rand. Rand not worried with his new older hot friend.
It's later on this episode. That's exactly what happened.
That's why he wasn't in Rand's top 8.
Oh
Shit! I forgot about that. That's how rude, ranking your friends. What horrible people.
It's weird too
man.
because Asmodean actually wrote the
Moghedien's
music.
food.
Oh, Jono's favorite part. This was that was pretty funny and whimsical and hilarious.
Leandrin reveals the what was once something that the Chosen don't want them to know. I have pointless shots of all the Black Aja just because I wanted to see them all.
Do you have more of Moghedien for Jono though? Because he really liked that.
I do. Here's a good one.
Do you have her tearing the panties though? I think he wanted.
Yeah,
to
that's
see
later though. That's later.
Yeah, that's coming up. Don't worry, my penis
sorry,
marks
I
the
thought it
moment.
was right here.
No,
Anyway,
no.
they're looking at the shackled man and what the statues
Okay.
represents, and she's like, "We need to find these fucking
Sorry.
pieces like tomorrow, or I'm dead, or maybe you guys are. I don't know. Probably you."
Hold on. So in Taffy's mind, there's a chance that Moghedien is actually just gnawing on panties as they're being worn, though.
Yeah.
I'm in favor of that. Yeah.
And the girls don't know what's happening. They're like, "Woo!" Like while they're talking, they don't understand.
Yeah. Just riding a Sibian. Which is, of course, next scene. I gotta go. I'll be right back. I gotta take care of some things.
I did forget to say this, but like Lanfear says to Leandrin, she's like, "You've got 24 hours to get to the bottom of this case, or she'll take your gun and her badge." Which I thought was a weird comment.
So
I just thought that was strange. You guys notice that?
No,
Who do you think Leandrin's partner would be?
Vince
oh
Vaughn.
man. Oh, okay. That's a good one. I
Same
didn't
height.
think about that.
Yeah.
Okay, they're the same height. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even have a guess because I didn't think about that. I didn't notice it.
How dare you, Susan? Do you not read your
Was it her
messages?
partner?
Yeah.
Her
The buddy
partner.
cop film.
Oh, okay.
Yes, buddy cop. Oh,
And
I'm
they're
on a different
always-
I like it. That's really cool.
hey, there's
Just
some real
leave
time
it. Just
paintings up there,
leave
guys.
it. Leave it. Leave that angle. Just go with it.
There's Rand.
See,
and
then we can see all your artwork and stuff.
Elayne.
This is very cool.
I'll just talk like Harriet talks when she's on her. Hey guys.
Oh, she's so cute. Yeah.
Did your computer die, or your phone, or your penis?
You know the age-old problems I have with my fucking
What is it?
Mobius
my
couch,
fucking-
which is what he calls his
monitor.
wife.
Oh,
I'm figuring it out. Hold on. You guys.
All right.
it's fine.
Yeah.
No, you're still there. Okay, so
Well, then
we're
we'll keep
talking
on
about-
going all the way to the end of the episode. And thank you very much, Joe. Have a great night.
So Lanfear, I thought you guys said that she was the captain and she was making them turn in their gun and their badge. I didn't know it was I didn't know she was a partner with somebody.
No,
I think
you're
that's-
correct.
that's the-
And that was Joe who said that. And also, the captain makes you turn in your gun and your badge.
Right.
Meanwhile, you have a partner.
Okay,
that you
so
always
then
want to.
would it be
Yeah.
Leandrin's partner then? Because
Leandrin has who's Leandrin's partner is the question. Non-Lanfear version.
Oh,
Do you not
okay.
watch buddy cop movies?
Yes, I do, but I don't know. Like, I thought you guys were talking about Lanfear having a partner.
Nope,
But-
she's the captain.
He's the captain, right?
Yeah, she keeps saying, "I'm the Lanfear now."
So
It's very
so-
annoying. It's not very funny.
Okay.
See,
So
not
you
funny.
said Vince Vaughn. Vince Vaughn is Leandrin's.
I also just
partner.
finished watching Bad Monkey, and I feel like he's probably the worst option for Leandrin in general, considering
Okay.
they're way different tacks in life.
Okay.
And I'd actually watch that movie.
All right.
Hmm.
So was the
Sister
movie that you
Why is
watched?
Joe
there?
Chico in time?
Lenny,
Hello.
you know what he did.
My old shitty monitor put me in timeout.
Also, he's got
Which will
hairs on his
probably happen
nipples.
again, so stay tuned. Heard a funny joke on another channel was a foreshadowing that Elsera grew squashed.
Oh.
By the way, Fins, you should have just left it at heard a funny joke on another channel, and that would have been like
And then
the
just left it
biggest
at
insult.
that.
Yeah.
There.
That must have been nice.
I mean, I was gonna go more back in time in the 80s and just go like Donald Glover, Danny Glover, but in the future it's Donald.
Oh, okay, all right. He makes a great cop partner. Yeah, he's the
I
best.
think he'd be great, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. He channels Danny Glover. No relation.
We don't know that. They have the same last name.
Oh, that's
have
true.
To be related.
Anyway, they look at a painting for a second. Moving on. Nynaeve and Elayne and Matt and Min prepare to search the city. This is a pretty quick scene, but I do like Matt and Min just walking in and laughing at Nynaeve because she's wearing a veil that has a lot of beads on it. And then they're like, the beads represent how much you're worth. And then I think it's hilarious that Matt's also wearing that same veil when he walks out on the street.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
He's like, you're not worth that much. Now I, on the other hand,
what do you think about how the veils are done? It's not how I pictured them personally.
It's not how I pictured it, but like I kind of like it. It's just all over the place. They do reveal them very quickly. Seemingly.
Yeah.
Taffy, I should ask all three people, myself included. Taffy, your thoughts on the veils?
I had the same thought. I mean, they seemed like they were having fun with it, a bunch of different ones to choose from, but then they just pretty much dumped them pretty fast.
Yeah,
Elayne is the only one that they showed like about playing some kind of game of
Matt's
getting
like
her to
blatantly not even like remotely wearing it later. He's
yeah,
like,
they
whatever.
just wear it through the street and then that's it. So,
well, when you pick up with Matt and Elayne, they seem to have been hanging out there for a while Matt plays a card game. So like, I guess he'd be like, I'm done with this right now, or what, for a while. But like, I don't know. It seems a little.
There's definitely some interesting things going on with timing.
To just stay veiled all the time? That's not a thing, is it?
It's a silly city. Also a dark fucking city. Like it's very confusing of like everything that's happened. It's dark as shit, right? Everything seems pretty evil, other than the fact that like our main characters are laughing for a bit.
Yeah.
Everything is like dark, shadowed, misted, whatever the fuck. Like any terms you want to use that's obscuration, it probably is going to happen.
Contrary to Jono's opinion here, we get a shot of Tanchico in broad daylight.
Well, first off, notice this. There was smoke on the side or mist or something.
There's it's misty there. No, I agree, Jono. It's pretty.
Those look like cook fires.
Yeah, maybe they're making
they're walking through.
They're making breakfast.
They filmed all this in early COVID, like 2020, and they just kind of held the footage.
That seems pretty fun, but it's just like overall the scenes with those characters in Tanchico throughout this episode are pretty awesome, and I like how they're laughing and actually having fun for once. Like, basically haven't seen that the entire show. Like, Nynaeve's never laughed. I don't think. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't.
She had one of those silly farts in season 2, like just you can't not laugh. But that was about it.
They were in Shatter Logoth, and she's like, and they're all like, "Well."
And then what happened?
Yeah, and then
yeah, that's it. Matt and Min just had a good time laughing at her.
Yeah, they heard the laugh. They heard that fart.
They're like, "Do you know how much that fart was worth?" Way more than you. Matt slut era. Matt's an expensive whore.
He is.
Matt did just want that veil. I think that's all it was. Yeah.
Oh,
you shouldn't wear that.
Yeah. Totally.
She can wear their veils, but you'll always seem to forget. That drives me.
It's deeply ironic.
Oh my god.
There's nothing that pisses me off more than like the simplest thing to get right and they get it wrong. Like that's the part that like infuriate me.
Was that the road to the spear? The amount of times like they had that and some other shit.
I mean, Rand correctly referred to himself as the Dragon Reborn in this episode. I will say that.
Oh, instead of the dragon? Yeah, that is very helpful.
He's been doing it right for the most part.
Right.
Since season 2, I think.
But yeah, the fact that that's an emote.
Our main character's allowed to laugh. Perrin's chuckled a couple times. Matt laughs a lot. Yeah, sure. I think so.
Ran had a good old laugh at the end of this episode.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Can I ask you a question? This is going to be very unoffensive. Why the fuck are you talking about Rand? He's not the main character.
Huh?
Moraine. Now Moraine laughs.
Yeah, Moraine and Lan laughed last episode. They were getting drunk on Usquai.
Because right now, there's some times where I'm wondering if Rand's the main fucking character.
I think a lot of people are wondering that.
Oh.
Lords of Flatbush.
Yeah.
I don't actually know what that's
That
from.
was Belta Lauda.
Beltalota.
Are
Look
Matt
at
and Min
my
fucking
reference.
yet? I don't think that's
That's
happening. I think they're
It's
just the
there.
best of
Dance
friends.
reference.
I'll be honest, Min seems like she's got like a kind of like just sexuality with almost every character she talks
Yeah,
to.
she
Which I think
kind
is
of
very...
like when her and Neve are hanging out there.
Yeah,
they're like
agreed.
schoolgirls. Yeah,
I like it.
I don't know. I think Min and Matt just have that like drinking buddy kind of
So
relationship.
almost like they've taken over the Birgit, Matt.
kind of
like
Brigitte,
feeling.
maybe, or I guess a little bit of Tom back in the early books.
It's because Tom has always got that "I want to fuck you" maybe kind of like feeling as well.
Yeah.
Which we'll get to him too. So then we switch over to Egwene and the Wise Ones, right?
Yeah, this is brief, but Egwene gets berated about going into Tar Lorenriad without the Wise Ones. And quite frankly, they're like way too relaxed about it. And she's just like, I had to. And they're like, you know what? Okay, cool. And I'm like, what? What happened to Egwene getting like dressed like a little girl, Aiel girl, and getting like just in their minds humiliated and shown her place, like kind of thing. There's I get how quickly she was like, I also just lied. I'm not an Aes Sedai.
Yeah,
I don't hate that.
Yeah.
It's a weird compromise because like there hasn't been years of built up. Not years, but months of built up. I'm an Aes Sedai. They assumed she was from the get go, and she reinforced it. That being said, there's no payoff here. There's no payoff with the I'm not an Aes Sedai, so whatever. Like if you had put just a little more effort to kind of just say like, well, this was on you, really? Like I would accept it. And like I'm not liking everything to do with what Nixeptin is. Like the fact is that Nixeptin shouldn't be running around anyway doing all this weird shit. It's like it's kind of it's all
right.
Oh, thank you, Glenn. I knew I'd forgotten my other note. But it's I don't know. To me, it just kind of flattens a lot of shit here.
Yeah. I mean, again, just the little girl braids would have done it for me. Like if she had broken up with Rand with like two little pigtails and ribbons, I would have been like, this is the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you love Lanfear? She's a Forsaken and she's wearing little braids.
It would have been very fun, actually. I can't disagree with that.
That would have been great. Tell me that wouldn't have made that scene better. You can't.
That wouldn't have made that scene better.
How dare you?
Well, you told me to.
I'm also not Aes Sedai. Okay, we'll teach you.
You did tell him to say that.
I mean, I guess she was like, the reason she said what she said was because. Sorry, I'm laughing at I'm laughing at Jono's alt accounts comment.
John, are you too busy?
She said what she said because why? Like, because the Lanfear thing kind of like overpowered their reason for not. She's like, I have to train because of this, and they're like, fuck, all right.
Well, I think this has to do. No, this is from last episode when she took Swan, or not Swan. I mean, she took Moraine into Swan's dream. Like that's kind of like. I love that there has been at least 2 or 3 messages noting
that. Yeah,
I think it's going to be a soundbite from this episode.
Yeah. I hope so.
Oh, when I first met you guys, Joe, or maybe the second year, you had me braid Lauren's hair.
I know, I did do that on purpose. Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted Lauren. Yeah, he does like the braids. So.
Did I?
Just grabbing them from the side.
You wanted a side Nynaeve braid, like you know how because I always don't have a tight, but I always have like a side braid because I don't know, whatever. But you're like, I think she was wearing a gold dress that for the dance party.
Yep. Yeah, that's
Was
probably.
that-
I think so.
Right?
So it was pre-roller derby. What were you guys
Yeah.
doing?
That was the year. Maybe it was this.
Oh, it was
It
just
may have
dressed up for
been.
the dance party.
Yeah, because
I
she
don't
had that
remember-
gold number.
Yeah, I don't remember
And you're
why.
like, hey, Taffy, can you put a
Is that 68?
90s braid on her?
hmm
And I was like, yeah, well, because I
And
already
then I
had
was
my
like,
hair braided.
sexy as fuck. And then I tugged on that braid later. You know?
It's true. The weirdest thing is, it's within the same room, and I can vouch for that.
Do you remember that, Jono? I guess.
Oh
you
no,
do
I
know.
just remember like listening to Joe talk about what he was gonna do.
Okay.
Yep.
Uh,
And then I turned off the light by smashing a remote control from the TV into the light bulb.
Tom O'Hara.
Moraine falls asleep purposefully, yes, and meets Lanfear in the world of dreams. And basically,
So-
Lanfear's like, "What are you hiding from me?" And she's like, "Nothing." And she's like, "What'd you see in Reunite?" And she's like, "Nothing."
I have real problems with this relationship. Like, to me, this is getting a little too much. Like, I can understand, and understand is, I'm not sure I really get the idea. Excuse me, you're drunk. But I can understand that like Moraine would definitely bargain for whatever the fuck she could.
Mhm.
That's a very Moraine thing to do, for being honest. But this continued relationship between her and Lanfear, this continued, like, really kind of not quite equals, but like Lanfear feels much more, like first among equals versus what the fuck she is. She should be putting her fucking boot all the way goddamn down, Moraine.
Well, I think she's using Moraine to position Rand in a certain way.
But is she?
100%. I think it's actually pretty clear in this conversation, like that it's been Lanfear the whole time, going like, "I'll fucking murder you," and then Moraine's just kind of like buying time, like she's not hanging out with Lanfear.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Which is kind of how it felt early.
I get that, but I think that I don't know. I think this is becoming a little too chummy-cummy. That's it. Versus like what really would be happening. To me, it just seems. I don't know.
Christian Rapper said, "I don't remember how Egwene pretending to be an Aes Sedai like her book counterpart. I don't like this show enough to rewatch it again. See if I'm misremembering it."
I think it was the same thing, but there's a shorter amount of time.
It was just shorter.
was
They
like
just assumed
Moraine.
she was Aes Sedai, I think. When
So
Makes
that's
an
why
ass
I
of you
think
in my butt.
she doesn't get in trouble or anything because she hadn't been lying to them and fooling them. Okay, so we know Joe.
yeah,
Right?
I agree with that.
Okay.
And penis is too short to draw.
Benz, can you please, if we give you the password for MySpace, can you please update the status on there for there we go. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay.
That's myspace.com/tWoTcast, the new Twitter of time, or myspace.com/singwithtaffy, where you can get all your Wheel of Time news.
And the
Instead of
password
X.
is
Very important to keep it. Oh yeah, Jono's got the password. Was it Jono?
Jono69
Yes. Okay.
with an uppercase 69.
She didn't see Lanfear kill her with the power. That's true. She was constantly stabbing her and
Yeah, a lot of fucking just
strangling,
knife to
stabbing.
chest. Yeah.
By the way, I haven't been online much or on Twitter very much because there's a lot of bullshit there. But I did see some images that may be from, I don't know, some kind of a Czech magazine or something, and it's all Moraine and Lanfear, and Lanfear is holding a sword. So I think it's like a promotional image for.
Oh yeah,
next
I saw
week. I don't
some
know if you
like
saw those.
they've been putting out some cool like behind the scenes
I-
show images like
I'd
after
say
after the show releases, like the next day or two, like they'll put out some.
Uh,
There's been some cool photos. I just haven't snagged any of them.
I did. I will send them to you.
It does explain
Oh,
why Moraine
God.
is okay with Rand learning from Asmodean in the books. I agree. That actually explains a lot. Because they don't really... Book Moraine doesn't tell you shit, and you don't get to see what she sees in the rings. So, like, that's actually kind of cool. It's more of a shock when she does leave, you know? Makes you think she's dead or whatever, but... She says something like she is a queen of the... Oh, she does? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Joe, I don't know if
okay.
you looked yet, but no, Wendy and I have sent you some pictures that are all relevant to what she was talking about.
Oh, you sent them too?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Oh, you're getting slammed.
How is this
And then
relevant?
also, Jono's got something. Oh, no.
Oh wow! Oh, those are cool.
Yes, that is very relevant, Jono.
Thank you.
I know those are cool
By the
photos,
way, every
right?
time I look through images that Taffy has sent me, it always cycles back around to like the very first thing she sent me recently, and it's this. It just makes me laugh every time. All right, sorry.
Oh my god, that makes me so happy.
All right, we got Rand and
what?
Avienda going to learn more about the Aiel and how they farm.
No, Taffy tried to set me up for the new running feature, and you fucked it up, Hills of Jochiko. A new
I'll
running
do it again.
feature. No,
I'll
try
do
it
it
again.
again. So, Jono's got a new running feature for us. And it's called, do you want me to say the title or do you want to say it?
I don't care.
Okay. So, Jono he's going to read Bukowski.
Alan and I, Alan Romanchuk, editor of the Wheel of Time, wonderful human, trade notes about infamous author Charles Bukowski, who is extremely
horny.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Show us that book again, Jono.
I love it. That's so cool.
This book is called Women, and Alan recommended it to me. Recommended it is in very much lowercase because his response was, I don't know how you're going to take this. I don't know how I thought about it, but why not? You're Jono, you like smut. So I'm going to read from you a quick passage while Joe presses his penis on itself.
Okay. Let me get ready.
This is page 77.
Make the whole screen Jono again. I liked that for Bukowski, the Bukowski with Jono.
And tell me when to stop, unlike what happens here. Mindy pressed her body against me and kissed me. It was a long kiss. My cock rose. I had recently been taking a lot of vitamin E. I had my own ideas about sex. I was constantly hoarding and masturbating continually. I made to love Lydia and then come back to my place and masturbate in the morning. The thought of sex as something forbidden excited me beyond all reason. It's like one animal knifing another into submission. When I came, it felt like it was in the face of every other decent white sperm dripping down. Oh, everything decent. White sperm dripping down over the heads and souls of my dead parents. We'll call that a day.
And that's been Jonas' horrible things.
So
that's called
that last line
that's
sounded
called
like
Jono reads from
that,
Bukowski.
Yeah.
Yes. We're going to make that an ongoing thing.
I love it.
An author that Alan recommended. Kind of.
That last line sounds like something you said last week about your
It's true.
coming on your dead parents.
They were not alive at the time.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
and afterwards. They were still dead.
I
should have probably been clear about that. That's the problem with gum shots. Where were we?
What's the problem with gum shots?
You like squash, me lord? Hi, mister. Do you want some squash?
I guess. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Here's some squash for you, me lord. There you are. I grew them myself. They're up high.
This is all vaguely sexual.
Can you reach them?
A pie.
What's a ship?
That's the scene, I think. It's the whole
she
scene.
gets so weird on him too.
I loved it.
When he touches her spear, she just leaves.
Man, they did a great job
him.
of making me fall in love with that little girl. Those
Yeah.
sons of fucking bitches.
Again, this is all vaguely sexual. Talking about how thick her squash is. Fall in love with spear.
Yeah, don't touch her spears.
There's something else that's in this.
You just touched my fucking spear.
You're gonna work my garden.
Got some garden work to do, I say.
Yeah.
I think that's basically what happens.
Yeah, and that's why she's
he's like,
dead
sorry, I've got
later on.
toe. And she's like,
You're goddamn right, you do. You piece of shit.
As we all know, temptresses die early. and she died early because she was an early temptress.
Mhm.
This is on her. By the way, spoiler: she gets crushed by rocks later.
I do. So, unlike, I feel like a lot of people have been reading into the way Avienda's been like even looking at Rand in any way, shape, or form, being like, there it is, there's the spark, and I'm like, I haven't seen shit. I felt like,
Well, actually,
but like
there's
this
some
scene
softening.
when he like went up to talk to her and she kind of smirked. She was sort of smirking at what the girl was saying to him, but I think it's the relationship between the two of them that's kind of making her go like, nah, right, he's not that bad.
All right, the
But,
like,
sexuality
I
aside,
still
I
think
found
that's all.
offensive.
That's all.
I think it's very cool. I think Rand's actually an interesting, like a very interesting actor here, and yes, Avienda is very much opening up to her.
Yeah, Rand had some really good scenes this episode.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
did.
with Egwene, and then with the girl dying, and then even
It's
this part
about
where he's just
goddamn
being nice
time.
to her. You know,
Most of the things they've given him have just been like, talk quietly and maybe don't fully.
yeah,
open
and
your
be very
mouth."
stoic.
Yeah, I don't love how they've not given the man a literal voice. It's just talking like this. And Perrin's got a few scenes like that too.
fucking word, little piece of shit.
You sound like you're being what's his name from Our Flag Means Death. How goes the fuckery?
My voice is too scratchy to do the little girl voice this week.
Oh no, it's good. I like it.
She gives him an eggplant.
Oh my
It's an
god.
emoji. And also a scrogy.
Why isn't Jono taking his clothes off while reading this? Excellent point. Well, he can't multitask.
Seriously.
He's very
No,
good.
he's waiting for another scene before he takes his clothes off.
There's a scene coming up.
It's gonna be slow, yeah. Abby still hates Rand. I agree. I don't know about hates.
It's
But it's borderline.
sometimes I hate myself for liking my wife. I mean, loving. So I can understand that combination.
Con O'Neill. Abby has beef for being forced to give up spears, having to tend the Karakarn and teach a Waylander. I mean, she does. She already didn't like him before that, though, too. Like, even before she got him there, she was like, fuck you.
No, but I think that's a
Karakarn.
combination. Like, she already knew her future. Like, not future, like, from Ruidian, but she knew that she was going to have to
Give up the
up.
spears and be a wise one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting that she gives up a spear and then has sex with a man. What? Christmas time is here?
Anyway, kind of just two rivers. Perrin is injured. So is Alanna. Maxima holds her hand. I don't care. Alana's in a lot of pain. That's what I got here.
Next scene.
Oh, Faile is like, you gotta heal him. And she's like, the Aes Sedai is hurt, bitch. And then that's why we get that. You know.
When I see her feet, I just think about how mad Tom got in that first season when her feet were on Moraine's bed. Do you remember your brother, Tom O'Hara, getting pissed? He's like, if that bitch put her fucking bare feet up on my bed, I'd be so pissed.
I'm gonna be honest.
So bad.
Don't remember that. But it does sound like
Well,
something
I am a
That sounds
fan
like
of
the
the
most Tom
show.
shit ever.
Yes. I'm a fan, so I remember things that you guys say.
I'm not a fan of this show. I think it's utter trash.
Avienda does wear a veil while fucking. Jesus Christ. The pattern cannot have Rand wasting time working off toe in a gardening squad.
There's no time for this.
They're like, the pattern's like, shit, he's gonna do it. Well, we gotta get rid of her.
Well, I mean, it looks like,
Bitch gonna die.
he must have gotten rid of that garden too, because that whole building came down. That garden must be gone as well.
It was one or the other. They just chose both. They go, fuck it, whatever.
Just
That's on
get
her.
rid of it
Though.
all.
If she wasn't such a good gardener, it wouldn't have happened like that.
Right.
Relief
I like
Fail
how
and
she's
Perrin.
like, he's like, these are really good squash. She's like, I know. It's hilarious.
Glenn said, I'm not the
Perrin?
only one type pairing. And then White Man said it was a red pair. These
Oh,
are all,
you guys are
Red
good.
Pair, very fun.
these are all important.
Again,
Yeah.
stupid.
So we get a
commentary.
brief look of the two rivers from up on high. Who is that on the hillside / cliff? Pat and Fain and some Trollocs.
That's a cool shot.
And
I like it.
Shido?
No, no.
And random henchmen?
Shido.
Random henchmen?
Is that supposed to be an isle? I don't.
It
I
fucking
think
better not be.
I think there's
like
some
a couple,
swords.
no, that's like swords, yeah.
Yeah, that Trollocs holding a sword. That's why it looks like a spear. I think those are swords.
Okay.
Those are sword hilts, I mean, and then the point is the Trolloc sword behind her, I think.
Okay.
Look at that one
don't know.
Trolloc.
That's a
God
sassy
damn.
stance that chick is doing. She's doing a full modeling pose.
I'm
With
looking
the
at the
full-
Trolloc to Patton Fain's right. He's just like gut out, hanging out,
Yeah, he's ready.
crying through his mascara.
Well, those tusks are almost poking him in the eye.
He's had a-
Do you think that happens sometimes if he leans forward too fast? His tusks.
Do you think he was
just
born
go-
and he's like, oh, I'm a goat Trolloc? God damn it.
God damn it!
That could have been a cool wolf Trolloc.
Taffy, to your point, the answer is yes. I think that's in the series, isn't it? It's in the books.
His eyes are just constantly bleeding because his tusks are making him.
Yeah, his horns are curling around
That's
his
the
eyes.
most serious face Patton Fain has made this whole time.
So my wife, before she died, made an interesting point, and that
Yeah.
is like she would like, or would have liked, Peyton Fain to just be a little more insane, like the
That's
entire way
Milky
through.
Skane? Milky Skane? Milky Shane. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh, the Lady Shane. Oh man,
Interesting.
that's interesting. I like that.
again, I love the fact that chat knows way more than we ever do. And
It's
that's
great.
why
Yeah,
you guys.
I don't like like when I'm taking images and stuff. That's the only time I really slow down to like watch the show. What I want, like the first time I watch it, I just watch it and enjoy it. I try to, and then the second time when I'm
Try
taking
to,
all the
sometimes-
images, like I don't
sometimes.
have time necessarily to stop and like look who all the people are every time. But
Yeah.
sometimes I do.
That's okay because that's what we do on Tuesdays.
I wonder how Rourke and his wives are going to react to the kid's death. He's gonna be
Yeah,
like,
I mean, like
it's not a big deal.
we're the
Everything's fine.
they're just gonna offer him some canary brandy.
Yeah.
Just relax.
Good enough.
Where the fuck were they, anyways?
Mhm.
Were they all at the disco around the corner? Like nobody from the house was there except for Avienda, who
Pat
showed
and
up a
Tame,
little too late.
Pat and Lame. I like Fain in the show. You guys not
I
like
like
Fain?
Fain in the show, but I don't like he hasn't been creepy enough. Like that's what I was gonna say. Is my wife, he's
He
not
hasn't been as
creepy
important as he is in the
Right.
books, but that's good because he's not important at the end of the books. So like it's kind of like
Oh, don't! But this is your.
I
Chance
would
to
rather they
fucking
go in the other
redeem.
direction and rewrite that ending than to like kind
This
of
is your
keep
chance to
him-
redeem Brandon Sanderson's shit ass ending for him. And instead, like he's just he whistles off a fucking cliff. And again, how many times can you whistle off a fucking cliff? It's just a cliff
lot.
all the time.
Do you think they're also well? Let's go back to this question. Do you think it's Ordeath or Fain?
Oh, because he does look different now, doesn't he?
He's not. I mean, I feel
He's
like
not-
Ordeath was a little more unhinged and crazy, but like he does have
Yeah.
Trollocs just hanging out with him.
So I guess it's got to be Ordeath by
But
definition.
Fain was at
Well,
the Darkfriends social in the show, so it's like it's a different
Yeah.
Fain. So it's
He
hard
was
to
all
be like.
smiley and stuff all the time before, and that was a pretty. But then later on, he is like when he shows up and he's got blood on him and smiling again, but it's still not quite as like.
It's never supposed to be
silly as it
important in
was
the books,
before.
though. You were fooled. Fain is the biggest example of unreliable narrating in the whole series. That's true.
damn it, fans!
My guess is
But
he changed
he's-
his name to Ordeath when he killed the reinforcement White Cloaks. Okay.
Oh, okay.
He is not Ordeath enough. Okay, I agree.
Yeah, thank you. Who said
The
that?
Darkfriends are
Someone
skipping
smart?
on their Trollocs. I guess the bigger Trollocs guild from season 1 is charging too much money, probably.
Motherfuckers. Well, we'll get to them. There's going to be some more with that as well.
Yeah, we're back at Tanchico.
I do enjoy the camaraderie that goes on throughout this.
I love the fabrics in Tanchico. God, look at the golden with the
I agree. All the
bamboo, the black
costumes
gold.
in Tanchico are awesome. Yeah.
They're just like the best. All the fabrics are so interesting and the colors and pretty.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool patterns on them and stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of how I imagine more of their clothing should be, I guess. And it all seems so pretty plain so far. Although Maxim did call them Two River Sacks,
He
Does it
did.
make
Yes.
So that again, it's in this like dark town, which seems like, yes, obviously trade can flourish anywhere, but this one just seems, Tanchico seems pretty fucking bad to some degree. But all of a sudden, they've got the most rich fucking economy. Like, you can have this, like even what may or may not be a poor tavern where people are going to fight, you see just these richly clothed individuals. That's not really what you'd expect.
I don't know. Didn't Tanchico have like rich douchebags hanging
Yeah,
out?
it was well known for his
Everyone was
carpet,
starving
which
to death?
obviously means hookers, untrimmed hookers, just to be fair. But like in dyes, that kind of thing. It was a wealthy town, which is why this just constant dark swirling mist just feels a little off to me. That being said, if that's my biggest issue, I'm just a dickhead.
I like it.
I'm a dickhead.
You're never a dickhead. You could never be.
Yeah,
a
you're
dickhead.
horrible.
Well, you are what you
That's called
eat.
a nitpick. Jono.
Oh, I guess that would make me a dickhead too.
Yay!
So Elaine's
Look at that
pointlessly
dickhead.
flirting with this dude. I'm not really sure what her game is here,
She's trying
other
to
than
blend
just be
in.
like, "I'm not the daughter heir of of Andor. I don't know what you're talking about.
She's doing her work. It's like that doesn't bother me.
I'm from Tanchico." And he's like, "No, you're not." And then the second he takes off her veil, he's like, "I knew it." Like just instant.
In fairness, she never.
Is her
actually,
face on coins or something? How does this guy know what she looks like?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, probably.
it doesn't make any sense really. And
Is
then
she on the
later
penny?
on, it doesn't make sense because like right now she hasn't said anything about daughter heir. No one would know this, and then later on, like, oh, she's doing the daughter heir chant Andor act. Like, no, she was literally trying to deny it. It doesn't make sense.
He does that on purpose. I mean, he's clearly trying to help her cover it up because
But
the guy's already.
there's no
figured it out.
act to deny. Like you have to have been pretending.
No,
to
he
deny.
says it before Tom interrupts. Like that is said out loud by them around her with the knife.
By the guy, not by her.
She's denying it and they don't believe
But
it.
they're like, "You are this," and she's like, "No, I'm not."
And then someone comes out to like, oh, is she doing that again? Like, no, she's not. That's the point. Is you're actually not.
Well, that's the bit though. Like if he makes it seem like this is a thing she does, then
But she's not doing it. Is the point?
No, I think
No, I get what you're both saying.
1 + 1 + 2 + 1.
1 + 1 + 2 + 1.
Nope, you're thinking 1 + 2 + 2 + 1.
So there's no bullets left.
There's no bullets. No, there is a bullet left.
Oh, there is a bullet. Shit. He was whistling Fain's song, but may not mean anything. Okay.
Oh, it's true.
Oh, the Darkfriends are. Oh, okay, we already said that. Where are we here? Where are we here in these comments? Because Fain doesn't have important ending. Guessing show is just using them to fill parts when they needed Darkfriend to do something. That's pretty true. Hello, Patrick.
Hello.
Yes, if killing people by 1,000 paper cuts count. That guy wants to fuck Matt so bad. Completely agree.
This dude.
What,
is he like a knockoff Prince? Like I don't know. The hat's not right, not purple enough, but like it's definitely like a weird. Give me a name for him.
Prince. No, I think it's just like they're putting multiple people in hats so Tom doesn't look weird wearing a hat, and it's not weird.
Yeah, I'm just talking about like eyeshadow. Like he's a handsome fucking like dude. Yeah, let's.
I don't have a great shot of him. I do have another one of him later when he hands Matt the bracelet, but like I don't have a great shot of him here. Anyway, Matt finds Tom and they reunite, and he's like, "Get the fuck away from me!" And he's like, "Well, I have your money.
Oh yeah, he sees him and he just says no.
Yeah, he's like, "Nope, I'm out."
That was
funny. Like Tom Maryland. He's like, "No, I'm not."
That's a good callback to book 2, Tom Maryland. It doesn't quite ring at the same wavelength, but yeah, it works for me.
He's like, "You left me to fight a fade." I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, "Didn't you yell run?"
Yeah, he did. But I like how Matt didn't take time with that.
No, he definitely did that in the show. He yelled run.
He told them both to leave.
He told them to run.
But it's probably been Has it been a year since he's been at least a year and a half, I
Been
guess,
at
since he's
least,
seen
yeah.
them.
Yeah, it's been some time.
So I looked, and officially it said it's been a while.
But doesn't it come into song form though? The answer? How did it really go?
It's been a while.
Oh, okay, that
That's
sounds more
Shauna.
familiar.
I would rather them just write Fain out all together. They may not have set him up at all. Nah, I would be pretty upset if they wrote him out all together.
Well, that's Brandon
I'll take a
Sanderson
weak
before
Fain
too.
if they bring him back strong at a certain point, even if they get rid of him again. Like
But-
I'd rather he was there.
I don't have a what the fuck's the point of this character for Fain right now, but my God, you know what we should do? A lot of things. And I'm not going to remember this, but maybe we should actually do like a book character versus show character and what the fuck is the point of this in both positive and negative ways. Because there are some characters they've amped up. And I really want Peyton Fain to be on that list because I think that he was the most underappreciated character by Brandon Sanderson.
Mhm.
How would most people know what the daughter heir looks like if the Aes Sedai in the tower didn't even know her? Don't they? They all know her in the tower, don't they?
No.
Pretty sure they all know it's Elayne and who she is in the tower.
Hey,
Well,
hey, shh, shh.
But
Pretty
I
sure they
think-
do.
What are you trying to do?
I thought I was the only one who caught that line. Elayne was denying it. I mean, yeah, she was. Tom's line made no sense. Get out of here, Christian rapper. Don't side with Jono. How dare you? The writer.
I think Tom was trying to cover up the whole situation because it was starting to get very public. It was like not even just to save her life,
Yeah.
but like everyone around them was starting to
He
pay
wasn't playing
attention
off what
that he
she
was
said. He
following
was
her.
making it a thing that she's done before to cover up the fact that the guy had figured it out.
That's how I took it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that.
But it still doesn't. It doesn't make sense to me contextually. But it doesn't matter.
Uh-huh.
A lot of things don't
I
matter.
think people don't recognize Morghese because of how different she seems.
Yeah.
Maybe. Right? From like being a queen and sitting on a
right.
throne and all the regalia and then being like covered in rags and hanging out with Perrin in a wagon. You know, I
Uh-huh.
think
Come
that
everywhere. Yeah.
Everywhere.
Also, she hair color.
Just all over. Yeah.
the hat guy is listed as Matt's admirer in the credit. I mean,
I
he's
saw that.
on
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, easy on hat guy. I mean, I liked hat guy. Smack.
Commissioner
Oh, hey,
Smack.
Smack.
Yeah.
Smack. I know we're in last place, but just let us know the score. I haven't rewatched the stream yet. Jono, we're in last place.
It can't be right. We try so hard. I'm sorry. We try so hard.
Matt can pass as a twink. I mean, I think there's some mutual flirtation going on there. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, he's definitely bi. So I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. He's a little more muscular than a twink to my mind.
Oh, he definitely told him
Yeah.
to run. Oh, that line made no sense. Yeah, I agree. He definitely told him to run. I agree. Christian Rapper.
Yeah.
No, I
Well,
think
in fairness,
I think he just saw him out of nowhere and he was like not interested in getting involved in them with again. So
These
That's
writers
what he
always
was
do
saying.
one.
in fairness, that
Oh.
maybe White and Wild. That may be one of the best things you can say about this.
yeah.
Well, I don't know. I guess you should have watched it, but that's a positive that they didn't watch it because they weren't necessarily affiliated with it.
The treatment of
Oh,
hate is a
Liam
true crime.
Schultz. Liam Schultz just got me in my short.
Can't disagree, Liam.
We had
Can't
some
agree.
conversations about our man Hake today.
We
If
did.
you
We
come to
talked about
JordanCon,
Hank a little bit today.
Maybe.
Yeah, come to JordanCon. We got a fun game plan for live show at
Yeah.
JordanCon.
Yay.
Daphne, you'll be there.
I will be there.
Happy will be there
I
in
will be.
spirit.
I will be there in Teleran Riyadh. I will be visiting.
I'm gonna print out a taffy mask for someone to wear.
Oh
Sit
my
at Tom.
gosh.
We'll just carry this into the live show.
I wish I could be there with you guys. I'll miss you.
We've dwelled on this for far too long. Anyway, Nynaeve and Min are getting drunk, and it's fun, and I like it.
I like
She
it.
gets her drunk.
I-
She needs to loosen up, and she's like, "You need to let your braid down." I love how she goes, like, "Stop looking so suspicious," and she goes, "This is just my face."
Yeah, that was good.
Right? Nynaeve's had some funnier lines this season. That's like the second little zinger she's had.
Yeah.
She had something on the boat. I can't remember what it was.
She
Something
asked
about,
if it was an option to throw herself over.
yeah, to throw herself overboard.
Oh, the other one was.
she's had
Yeah,
some
and
good
then
fucking lines.
yeah.
maybe they're kind of figuring her out finally. Like,
Yeah.
oh, she can kind of be relaxed every once in a while. You don't always have to have a broom up her ass.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, there's a brief scene here, but this is really later. She just walks in and goes, "Hey, can you show me how that weave works? Maybe." And then she's like, "Oh, you have a memory you want to get rid of, Leandrin?" But that's kind of all it is. And then we get old Mog. She has to eat some underwear.
No, it could be lingerie. Like it could be like panties and
They're her granny panties. You know it.
Yeah. I jerked
And then
off.
this is
twice.
Jono's favorite part. Here's some cake.
Twice.
There you go. Here you go, Jono.
Oh God.
Like her
Like,
gross black fingers.
aftermath of a rib job gone right. Wrong.
And then she's like, "I need a napkin."
Or a fapkin at that point, because she was squirting everywhere.
Probably.
I love this Moghedien. She's unhinged. She's
Moghedien
fucking
Yeah.
Fucking awesome. I mean,
It's
I
a-
loved her in that brief bit we got in the end of season 2, and I was like, "Oh, I can't wait for next season." And I was not disappointed. So far,
Yeah.
so fucking good. It's like every time
It's
she's on screen,
not-
I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yay!"
This is not the technically stock trading Moghedien I expected, but my God, this woman's nuts. And
Yeah.
Oh, I think is that this part right here. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, and even men are talking, but then that's when they hear somebody say like, "Oh, I know Leandrin," or whatever kind of thing. And that's when then he was like, "What'd you say?"
So
You know
it's going to be a
Leandrin?
running
Tell me more
theme
about
here
her.
quickly. I kind of detest the amount of like Leandrin rumors that keep going on. Like,
Well, I mean, a house full of people were just murdered,
but why were they
Rumor
not
on the
named?
street-
A
rumor on
house
the
full
street
of
is,
people
John.
have been murdered. A house full of people have been murdered. There shouldn't be a name. And the only person who lived, besides a Black Ajah, or the multiple Black Ajah, was a child bride whose memory was wiped.
Well, I think it's because he's an old man, and he's like, some say on the streets that it was the ghost of Leandrin, or whatever. He doesn't think she's still alive. Like, he's just talking out his ass.
And there's twice that she comes up, and I think it's the ghost of Dumb.
All right. Let's see what some comments. Jono has the hots for Moghedien. Oh, Moggie's a crazy bitch. Oh, Moggie is a crazy bitch. Oh, hey, Beach.
Hi, Peach.
Also, I'll be honest, if we're going to start with if I have the hots, not my haircut. It's like a monk's haircut gone wrong. So I'm out.
Jono, can you read that out loud?
She does have brown fingertips. She fingers the bung. It's true.
Moggie's food serving scene was way more disturbing to me than the little girl dying.
I agree, Christian rapper. When she spit that stuff, but stuff like that really gross. I don't mind blood and stuff, but that stuff really
She's a
grosses me
spitter.
out.
Jesus
Christ. Jono, the answer is always Taviran. There you go. Old Moggie is missing red hair. Moggie's amazing. Look at you guys.
I think she's amazing. Yeah.
She's a super freak.
She is super freak.
She's good though. I mean, I really love every time Moggie's on the screen. She's great. What else do I gotta load up some new images, but here we go. Here's the scene. Egwene's until Ranriad, she's trying to training with the wise ones, and then she pushes them out, and then that fucks her over because Lanfear doesn't let them back in, and then we get this little scene. Will you guys talk about that for a second while I bring up some more images?
So there's not much to say about this directly. What's going to happen afterwards? Again, I think it's cool scenery. I think it's cool imagery about how they're doing it. But it does feel foolhardy, if we're being honest, to continue to go in the dream where this is happening and Lanfear is stronger. Because again, she has continually not been caught, whatever the fuck you want to say. And you're trying to bring along a woman who's barely started to learn this to compete with Lanfear. It does feel a little foolhardy. That being said, I don't know.
I mean, they're in her dream trying to. I mean, it is stupid in the grand scheme of things, I guess. But like, how else are they going to train her? They just have to try to be in there when she's not around or aware. So I mean, like, that's their only shot.
I think the only reason that before it's just about training her, but now I feel like because they know there's a shadow soul, right?
Mm-hmm.
They just think about it as being a threat to Rand. So I think that's why they're pushing. It's not to protect really Egwene that much.
Excellent fucking point.
I don't know. That's the only reason I could think of why they would be
pushing her so hard.
Yeah.
That and the fact that she wants to be pushed around, and she will. She probably is going to be taken for granted by Rand. Question for you. I forget. I believe the answer is no. Mm-hmm. You cannot enter Tel'aran'rhiod in a steading, right? Yes.
I believe so.
Can you dream? Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, what if dream everywhere?
What if you sleep right next to a steading, and as soon as she enters your dream, they just roll you into it?
Roll.
This is like the best plan I've ever
heard. We can't get back in together. It's time. And they just roll her sleeping bag, and she like.
Why did they not just do that?
Dumbest idea. I love it. I mean, it's a great idea.
Thank you. Also, thank you to my gorgeous wife for giving me this before
She's
she died.
okay.
Again, before she died.
I mean,
she's pretty gorgeous.
Ooh. We should put tequila in it.
Oh, she's the
best. All right, where are we next?
I told you I'm loading pictures.
Yeah.
I can do that next. I can do next.
Do you want another?
Next we are back with Rand and Moraine real quick. It's a quick conversation, but they're basically just like, hey, you haven't talked to me in a while since Ruidian kind of thing. And then she's like, it's weird because Moraine's kind of having the same conversation with Rand that she had with Lanfear. She's like, you're avoiding me. And Rand's like, you're avoiding me. Since Ruidian.
I actually love this. Yeah.
And then he's like, I know what that is. It's Sakarnan. You can stop trying to, you stop holding it, putting it in your pocket every time I walk up kind of thing. I do love it too. I love their conversation they quickly have about like the power and how it works for them and how different it is. And it kind of sets up later when she's like, Rand, and like stops him when he's like starting to rumble things around them.
So I do hate the end of this though. But the beginning
of this conversation?
Yeah. At beginning, like, what do you see? Do I go mad? Like,
that part was awesome. Yeah.
I think this part's fucking cool as shit. Do I go mad? Sometimes. Do I kill Egwene? Sometimes. Do I kill you? Sometimes. Like, I think they're actually incredibly, like, I really would like to see some of this with book Rand and Moraine. Like, this is a scene that I think actually is huge payoff. It actually makes a lot of sense for Rand and Moraine to have in the books.
Oh man,
that was just for you, Jonah.
Again, that looks like a sucked in turd.
Yeah,
in a good way.
Okay.
I like, and then all of a sudden we hit the Sakarnan, which, as we know, is a big no.
Just called it the tone ball. I don't understand whether. Fucking goddamn it! It's so simple. It's so simple.
The next part is almost more frustrating, and I don't know if I'm reading or hearing too much into it, because it says, like, Moraine's now asking, how do you handle so much to Rand? So Sangreal is supposed to be exponential, right? She's incredibly strong for her age.
Yeah.
But it is true. It is true, Patrick Lightbody. But like a strong, moderate technically compared to Rand person holding a Sangreal should amplify her massively compared to Rand himself, right? It's not additive. It's multiplicative. And it should make her so much stronger than Rand is. And even so, she's asking Rand, how do you handle so much? Even though that's actually his normal strength. So Glenn's point, would you just be rolled into like a?
Yeah, it would
But
work.
s-
I think rolling her sleeping bag into to a steady.
Yeah,
would
you
work.
can't like in the actual dream, you can't enter it, but physically, her body's being rolled into it. So would she just
She
separate
would
her
cut
mind
it-
and
yeah, she
body?
would- I hope not. That is a possibility, I guess.
Yeah, but I think the whole point is it would just
They
separate.
try to wake her up. She's just a brain dead zombie. I wonder about
Yeah,
this. Did
Wetlander
Amy
also has a great
Mullane
point
say
here.
she kicked us out? Did it go? I thought they said she kept us out. Like they couldn't re-enter. It was a
No,
queen
they
that
said
pushed them out
kicked.
initially.
No,
said kick.
Wetlander's right. Yeah,
They did?
Yeah.
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 No.
So I think they were
like,
talking about
technically,
Wednesday.
Gwen failed at her job, which was like it was training, was to kick them out.
The Dark One is
Right.
snap trained. And Thanos comes along. Correct. I have no idea. Oh, that's probably about the Telerenrod thing. Wise One should have grabbed
but so
Queen
where I
by
was
the
going with
neck.
this, it was like
She would have performed then.
so where I was going with this though is like there's this weird like Moraine is asking Rand how does he stand this much, even though technically at this point if she's holding what should be the apparently the strongest Southern Grail for a woman, like she should be just like Nynaeve's is doing. It's a penis. That's a big word for Jono. I mean, not mine, but other people's. Like it should be on such a fucking level that like Rand can't answer the goddamn question. I to me this whole thing just feels a little bit off. Is where I'm going with that. Also, I lost my notes. Where was I? Oh, but and then the last thing is like. It did seem like briefly they're about to say that there was no genderness to it.
He does kind of say that, but he doesn't like.
And then they shy away from it. And I'm
Well,
I was
yeah, but I think it's
confused.
just Rand going like, "I have a theory. You guys don't know everything," you know. And I don't really think he meant like. I think what he's saying is like, maybe some of my advice can translate to what you're going through, not necessarily that we have like the same thing going on, you know. But it did sort of come across as like. It's the one power, everything's the same, you know, kind of thing for a second.
I was briefly like, okay, what's going to happen here? And then they kind of just faded away from that. And I don't know how, you know, I don't know why they kind of brought it up in that. Like, if you're going to embrace that idea, then go for it. Don't flirt and then fuck off. My alt account, as always.
Sometimes I laugh and I can't read it out. So I fuck you sometimes. Do you come? Sometimes. That shit with Moraine's future, it's specific to her, not Rand anyway. Yeah,
True.
but like that's true, but her future is obviously intertwined with Rand's.
No, sometimes.
Sometimes. Seems like they forgot he never held the Choden Cow. Well, so the only reason not to call the Choden Cow, and I keep saying they should do that, is because it would infer to anyone that's read the books that there is a male counterpart to what she's holding.
It's Calendar.
And the whole point of her having that orb is that, yeah, it's like it's comparative to Calendar, which they'll eventually get to, I guess. But like, I get that part of it to not name it the Choden Cow, so it doesn't also have a male part out there. But like. Why not just say that or just do that?
Again, I still feel like Sakarnan's Brandon's head is in fever dream. But that also brings up a good point. For those of you coming to JordanCon in a couple of weeks, please remember that one of the, and you must give me the idea, the credit for the idea, and I'll actually dress up for you. The best costume idea is to go as Chode and Cal.
Cal. Yeah.
Yes, you have to go as Kaladin from Brandon Sanderson.
And someone who's balls.
That would work perfectly.
All right, I misspoke.
That's much better.
It's explained in the book that with the fight with Asmodean, what Rand was feeling with that amount of power he was holding, like dancing on a razor's edge. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
True, but that's also part and parcel of being a male channeler anyway.
I mean, I agree with Ladra's Ball too. That would have worked. Like something. But they could have just named it something. If you're gonna make it Sakarnan, so what it seems to me that they're doing is that it's like they're going like there's one really powerful thing that the Darkfriends will end up with. And there's one really powerful thing that the light side will end
It
up
was Otto Bennington, her husband.
with. Oh, I saw Otto.
No, he's on his way
Hello,
home from
Ayush.
Las Vegas right now. Hi, Ayush.
Oh, he's about to go play some slots.
No, he's there for NAB, the National Association for Broadcasting.
Kaladin cosplay is easy, you just
Yeah,
cry a lot.
Is that it?
Sorry.
Oh yeah, Kaladin.
the
Oh, are
Choden
you
Cow?
talking? Are you talking about the Choden Cow? Are you
Yeah.
are you working
Best
on your
costume idea
costume?
ever.
Are you
Yeah,
working on
Talking
it?
about Choden Cal, yeah.
I hope you're making it.
What? I don't think this is a Brandon Sanderson year at Jordan Con, but how funny would that one be to go as Chode and Cal in
It'd
front
be
of him?
great.
'Cause
Oh
he-
yeah.
I don't think he's
Judges.
just in the
Yeah.
costume contest and just be like, well, this is Chode and this is Cal. We're the Choden Cal.
That'd be the best. So good.
So Rand says, "Don't submit," and she goes, "That's not how it works. Like for us, we're different, kind of thing." And I do like how Rand just says, "If I stopped fighting even for a second, I'd be gone." And I was just like, "Fuck, dude!" Like they don't. It's hard for a show to illustrate his struggle when he's channeling. Other than that, physically or visually the taint is flowing there as well. Like it's hard for them to be like, and now I guess later on maybe they'll have him like lean over and throw up out of a saddle or something like that. Like
I
he does in the
fucking
books.
hope so, because that
I hope
gets
so
like
too.
real
That'd
dark
be
after
fucking
7
awesome.
and
If he
8.
does something powerful with the one power and then just goes, like kind of that'd be awesome. But I love Von.
They've talked about the struggle, but they haven't really talked about the sickness that turns his stomach too much. Like
Yeah, they haven't gotten
right?
into
Or
that.
maybe they have, and I
They
missed
have been
it.
leaning into the madness, which we get to in this episode a little more.
Yeah.
Which is fun because they're finally getting there. They're kind of
Mhm.
finally starting to talk about it. Anyway, Perrin and Faile. They have a real quick discussion. It literally takes 2 seconds. It's just like them. They're just like, so you haven't really told me much about yourself, and then she's like, my mom was a Darkfriend, and that was like, God damn it. And he's like, I murdered my wife, and she's like, you won up to me. You got me.
What the fuck is all? Like I don't.
It's time for the birds and the bees and Satan, Faile. Tomorrow you
I
become
don't
a
know
woman.
how I. Everything in the show is dirtier than like not in a fun, sexy way, but just
right.
just
Yeah.
more just fucked up than the books. Which is
Uh-huh.
I
interesting.
like
if you
that
really read the books.
I like that they're kind of showing more Darkfriends just as people. Like that's just a thing that's like more prevalent than it kind of is in the books. It's not
So
just waves of Trollocs. There's human beings that have chosen the wrong path, so to speak. Like the guys
can
hanging
get
out with
the
Pat and
idea-
Fain in the background. Like just simple as that. Like it's just,
I can get the idea that dark friends are, they're part of the quilt of life, whatever the fuck you want to call that, right? They happen high and low. They're not just some like dirty, skeezy motherfucker or Lord Barthanes with crouching frog. Like they're everywhere. I get that, but
his manner is squatted like a toad.
but
Jono.
Again, these are characters that we know her mother. She doesn't really play a huge influence, but she's to a certain extent actually kind of important with one of the seals. Not important, like really important, but she's there. We see her all the way around.
Mhm.
If that's true, I do enjoy just reading the bottom while I'm masturbating, while I'm reading.
No Kaladin slander. I don't. Oh, you're talking about the crying a lot. It was a funny joke, Christian rapper. We all.
It's
love
also
Kaladin.
kind of true.
We
Christian.
also agree with that about the crying.
Yeah.
thing.
But he doesn't really cry. He kind of just gets emotionless and then
Yeah,
emotional.
it's really emo. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
But
he's over killing
again-
his dead wife. Clearly, he's moved on. He buried his wedding ring. He's moved on. Ayush.
We'll get to that, and that's also another point. But I don't know. I making all the Cothans just this darker imagery, does it really do much for me? No. Making her mother, who is also a general, why would there be two generals in the same family?
Are they
It just
both
feels
generals? Is that what she
Yeah.
said?
She does say that.
Oh, that's bad.
Like it's just, I don't know. The whole thing just feels convoluted
Yeah.
and wrong to me. But anyway, so then, like you said,
shall we hump? That's
yeah, it's some nice little trauma
it's a
bonding.
play on Faile's cousins, the Lord and Lady of Meridon. Oh, okay. I don't remember that. Thank you, Fins.
Is it?
Hmm.
Oh yeah, that
Time for
does
a
happen
reread.
later on.
Time for a reread.
I think that's what happens when, and then Rand revisits and
Speaking
all
of
the fuck away.
Barthanes, what happened to him and Moraine's sister? Are they ever going to come back to that? I mean,
we don't have time.
if we get the Shido crossing the Dragon Wall, maybe we'll see them again. Women can be generals too, Jono.
Not in my Rand land.
Rand land,
But also,
party time.
does it really make sense to have two generals in the same family? Again, from a just strategic point of view, it feels like they are, unless they are, you're moving them here and then here. Like, it just feels duplicative and poorly thought out, and also unlikely.
One of the great genitals. That's Balshir. Everybody knows it's Balshir. Thank you, Christian Rapper. Good job. Good callback to an ancient tWoTcast.
Also to real life.
Anyway, Bonehold. Oriental setting.
Staring at,
Meets,
just jerking off, staring at Natty Cawthon.
Yeah, just hanging out.
Getting
Talking
wasted. He's drinking. He's so
he's
drunk
super
right
drunk. He's wounded,
Yeah.
so he's definitely getting drunk.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't spend a lot of time on it, but like he's clearly struggling with Perrin yelling at him, "I thought you were a good man."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I was," and like that's him going, "What the fuck have I done?" But it's interesting that they're trying to redeem Bonehold. I wonder where they're going to go with him by the end of the season. Are they redeeming him? He was kind of not. He's not as big of a shitbag as he is in the books. Kind of like Leandrin. I kind of feel for the guy.
Yeah. Especially since he has a legitimate reason.
Like he got
for
caught up
hating
in the wrong
Perrin.
cult and murdered some people he didn't want to murder.
Who hasn't done that?
Got really upset when Perrin
Seriously.
murdered his father for a wolf. I mean, I get it. Anyway, look at the difference between Valda and him. It's fantastic.
It's a perfectly stark.
It's just wonderful. It's just like, our reinforcements are here, my lord. And he's like, I'm coming. Very drunk and wounded.
Hey, the arm. Those are called gauntlets, right?
Yeah, on
That's
the
for the
front.
hands.
Yeah.
Gauntlets for hands.
Oh, okay. Then what's the forearm protector?
Oh, it starts with a D.
Over your
a
bracer.
Oh, okay.
A gauntlet
like how
can
he
be like
wears
the
those
glove
metal-
and armor on your
But
forearm.
it's the not Vamper. Chat help me. Not Vanguard.
It's a bracer. I said that already.
Talking about you can use a bracer.
The wrist to the elbow. It's a bracer, bud.
I don't know. I just think it's hilarious how he always wears thick metal ones there now, ever since he got attacked by a wolf several times on his arms. Got his arms torn several times.
It's funny because I thought he was like hurt briefly, but it seems to be permanent damage because he always has those straps. Like he's just his arm is just fucked up forever, which I love. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Let me check in with Vambrace.
Thank you. It's
Same
a
thing.
Vambrace.
Hey.
Foreskin.
Yeah, no, foreskin's lower.
Fain is pulling a cow. He said he'd stop. He said he'd stop, Christian Rapper.
Oh yes, Patrick. He just has to do.
All great plans last until the first semen flight.
So let's be honest. Let's go back to that. That's impressive because for me, it's just the first, and that's it.
Nobody wants to fight a war covered in cum, John. Nobody.
Why not? I would.
So anyway, they're introduced to the reinforcements, and who was it? But Pat and Fain. I love when Valda's like, "What happened to you?" And he's like, "Oh, like he looks down like he's got a small mustard stain. He's covered in blood."
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh, that little guy? Don't worry about that. I think that's dog's blood."
He said it was from killing Trollocs, but it's totally from killing villagers, right?
No.
No, he killed the White Cloaks to get the uniforms.
Yeah, that's where they got all the
Oh,
uniforms.
They
shit.
murdered all the reinforcements to get their uniforms.
Okay, sorry, I completely missed that.
But the good news
Um,
is they've got reinforcements that are evil.
Well, also him
Yeah.
saying we ran into Trollocs is just setting up later when he's like, "Oh, so there's Trollocs with us,"
Yeah.
like kind of thing. I don't know. I love that whole thing. And he's like, "I hear you're having trouble with some villagers in the Two Rivers. Want to go murder some bitches?
Yes, please.
There's some little kids there that need to die. I think."
Let's make some new fucking trees there and apple blossoms. And then we switch back to Tanchico.
Yeah,
you're
and there's
ready,
a little
Joe?
girl there, and she's like,
These are my squash, below. Would you like one? Here's a
She's
squash
gonna-
for you.
She's gonna die.
She
die.
is.
Enough of this tangent.
No,
It's
it's
a big
about
squash.
Enough of this tangent.
"Back to
I'll never-
Tanchico." Matt catches Tom up with everything, which I thought was fucking hilarious. And he's like, "Let me get this straight. Your friend was the dragon fucking reborn.
Yeah,
You blew the horn of Valir."
yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, that's a." And then he like answers in the old tongue, and he's like, "And you learned the old tongue?" And he's like, "I guess so, yeah." It's fucking
Yeah, that's
fucking
great.
great
Yeah.
little
That feels
little
again,
download of information for Tom Maryland to get.
but I feel like it's not done justice. Like that's the
Oh,
thing.
I
Is like
loved it.
these are three of the most two of them. The old
Well, I mean,
songs
like
kind
I think it's inferring that they had like a deeper connection / relationship when they first were around each other, which wasn't conveyed very well in season 1. But if they're catching that up as if it was there, I don't kind of mind it. You know, they're just
If
kind of being
I
like, "Yeah,
told
we were more
you,
friends than we kind of let on
Joe,
before. Like we had time to show you."
you know what? I don't want to talk to
They
Joe. I wanna
had
talk to
2 more
Taffy.
episodes that didn't star Steppen and a dead Aes Sedai. Like they could have fleshed that relationship out a little bit more, maybe.
Fucking
You know?
stepping.
Been on
Hey,
the run with
Taffy.
Tom a little bit, shown what happened. You know, they could have bonded a little
Taffy.
before he
I get it,
violently
Joe.
gave his life up to fight a Midrol for them.
Taffy, if I told you the guy who every 3,000 years is here as the harbinger of, at best, the next age, or at worst, apocalypse,
The end of the world.
Yeah. Is that guy you met. And I blew, the omen that kind of signals all of that. Don't you feel like it's more than like a 6-second conversation where you're just like, oh,
I don't think it's a 6-second conversation. They're hanging out all
I
night. They're
feel
getting
like
drinks.
the importance of that.
They're palling
really
around. There's
can't-
dancers. They're getting drunk together.
I
They're
don't
like, "Get
know
out
how
of
the
here!
fuck
Get
he
out of here,
actually-
guy that's
I
randomly
think
attracted to Matt."
I guessed that Matt's story was long. And
Yeah.
he told him everything. And that was like Tom going, wait
Also,
a second.
Tom's in Tanchico. You know the news from Falm has reached Tanchico. Like, certain things Matt may have said may have matched up in Tom's knowledge already.
I like that point. It's never
And he's
addressed
going,
anywhere. So
That makes sense.
Right.
Good point. Never addressed. So can't count on
Right.
that.
Well, you can't address everything, John. You gotta,
Yeah,
you gotta-
you only have a
you
fucking
can't-
show. Which
He
you
doesn't
do
sit
that.
there and tell him the story so we hear it. He just goes, and that's the end of the story. So we can get further on in the story.
Again, just have a guy with a fucking drawing, just like in the real books.
I mean, that would have been great.
With a thing of something that looks like Rand.
Actually, it would have been nice if Tom like unrolled that drawing of that something
Yeah.
like looked like Rand and was like,
You mean this is a dick pic?
what the fuck is this? Tell me about this, or something like that. Like that's why I'm
It's
avoiding
weird.
it.
It took us 12 seconds to come up with a better idea. But anyway, I said it's weird. That's not an insult. That's just weird.
It is weird.
Weird.
It is
It's weird.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is weird. Tis. I mean, if they would just give us fucking script approval, the show would be so much better. First of all,
But
I
anyway.
can guarantee there would be simple fixes like no one would refer to Rand as the dragon,
Ever.
and no one would refer to Luce Theron as the dragon reborn, because those are incorrect things to say.
Unless
Just
you
off the
came
top of
from
my head.
a different turning of the wheel.
I'd hand the
or
script back
half a turn.
every week and be like, there's a lot of red marks here. Fix it.
My wife's the same way because she bleeds everywhere.
Call it the Choden Ball. Everyone knows.
Anyway, let's talk back. One of my favorite things that happened here.
Joe's urchin flies.
It's actually when Joe.
It's the best.
Thank you,
It's
Dovey.
so good, right, Dovey?
Yeah.
He's so good at it.
Hopefully it fucking comes back to normal soon. Why show Fain in the Two Rivers? He has no reason to be there. He doesn't have the same relationship with the Tavern as his book counterparts.
Oh, just wait, Christian Rapper. Like many things, it'll pay off later, or it won't.
Yeah.
Good
Or-
point.
Yeah.
It will or it won't.
And also, how dare you?
Old Moggy is the only one who can make Gray Man, and her fingers are stained brown. The secret to Gray Man is the prostate.
Holy
Technically-
shit, Paige. Wow.
That doesn't make sense. Technically, the prostate is the way for them to stay less gray. You stay younger as your prostate is stimulated.
Chopin has a big beef with Chopin.
Oh.
Does he?
Well, he did kill him once.
Yeah.
Was it Perrin? That was Loyal. Remember that time that
Killed
people died at
Loyal.
the end of season 1 and came
Oh.
He
back?
stabbed Loyal with a dagger that makes no fucking sense.
Ugh.
Um,
God damn it.
Anyway, back on
yeah,
topic.
he's just too old and rugged.
Yeah, back on topic. All right, so let's talk about the most important things that happened here.
Like a different actor. It is funny when, weirdly enough, when Matt saw Rand for the first time last season, I was like, wow, they like played phenomenal
Crushed
job. They played off so
Crushed it.
well. Like,
Yeah.
but the Tom Matt scene, because Tom was just like, fuck off for like a second, it did kind of pull me out of the show for just like a heartbeat. But I was like, because I just
You're a
went,
different Matt.
he doesn't recognize me.
Oh, Joe died. Well, let's run ahead.
Goodbye.
My favorite point here is when Tom, after like the shit starts to happen with Elayne,
Uh-huh.
with the daughter of Andor, Tom runs up and just calls her lazy chit.
Yeah,
I think that's the best book callback they may have done.
that was good.
It made me very happy.
Yay, I love it when you're happy.
It's very rare. My
Yay.
wife.
Didn't you have another segment for us tonight besides John O. reads Bukowski? You had something else,
Only if
right?
you want it. Only if
I
you
do. I
want it.
want it. And right now would be a good time.
Well, then let's grab this.
It's a.
It doesn't need to be.
Oh, I remember what it is, but I'll let you announce it.
I don't know why. I thought it'd be a good
It's
idea.
important. It's a very good idea.
I will only show you the beginning of what will be another,
Okay.
because we need more shit in this show. Another ongoing. What do you call them?
Segment.
Thank you. Got drunk. My wife and I. Well, you don't need to know the background for this. Before she died, it also has to do with Alan Romanchuk. Well, actually, Amy.
Oh.
The 2025 medieval dick pic calendar.
That is an impressive dick and balls right there. Like if that guy parted his blue robe and showed me that, I'd be like, holy shit, that's pretty good. So are you gonna catch us up from January through
I think we're just going to
April?
start right now with just the cover, and just stay tuned next month or next week, because goddamn,
Okay.
Nonsense, John. Show us at least today's date.
it's not a daily calendar; it's monthly.
Oh, it's monthly? Boring. All right, show us January.
Yeah, show us January.
Show us January.
There are 2 pictures for January, so I will show you only one.
Oh,
He's fucking the Horn of Valir.
And the horn's fucking him.
So
No, he's taking a
What?
shit in one horn.
yeah, he's shitting in the. Is that a vase? It's a
Vase.
pitcher. It's a pitcher.
It's like
It's a
great
picture.
grandpa Dick Spangler.
He's
I'm
shitting.
gonna
in a
get
pitcher.
you, get you,
It's
get you.
not
This is the end of the
picture.
podcast stream. It's
And-
true. We label every episode very clearly as only for adults, but they don't know.
Yeah. So anyway, that's.
I
gonna
think
be
we'll get
a,
away with it because it's drawings, right?
Yeah, and we didn't draw them. Someone else drew.
Yeah.
them.
I love when he's like, back to the show. I love when he's like,
Thank you. I loved that.
what the
That
fuck
was
is the daughter
really
of
important.
Andor doing here?
That was really good. Oh wait, that was a wonderful segment, John.
Wonderful
Thank
dick
you.
pics,
Very
John, from the
important.
medieval times.
I'm gonna
Thank
be
you. I
thinking about-
masturbated twice to them.
Yeah, I don't.
That's
I don't
Angel
blame
creating
you.
gateways so you can.
Holy shit! So you could technically blow a load in your own ass.
That's a Jug Blumpkin.
Oh
man.
It wouldn't be a Jug Blumpkin. That'd be different. That being
Oh,
said,
man.
we should definitely write our own like weird script for what happens when like Andrel, like a Jerry Springer episode or Maury, where like who's the father? It's Andrel because he's just constantly jerking off into
it's
little
always Andrel.
gateways. Yeah,
Just schematic drawings of how a gateway entered. just put sperm in people. Anyway, the daughter Anne of Andor almost gets her throat cut.
Yeah.
Again, what was she doing this entire time?
Trying to get information.
Yeah.
She's doing a great job of it.
Yeah.
Everyone else
I mean-
accomplished something, is all I'm saying. All she did was fuck up and then go, "Oh, thank God Tom's here to cover this up."
Yeah.
So, like,
That's
I mean,
not-
like,
I don't
that's
agree
pretty much
with
all
that.
she did, dude.
As much as I love shitting on women because you're sexist and I'm not, I think that she's pretty fucking good here. I think that she actually had gotten out of it already. She never
I mean,
channels.
she's
She
just
stays
there
calm.
kind of like wingmanning with Matt while he figures shit out, which is fine. But I don't
Yeah,
think
but
she's actively figuring anything out, is all I'm saying.
Neither does Matt, really. He gets lucky that there's Matt's admirer. I almost said
Matt's
admirer.
admirer is like, here's the fucking bracelet you've been looking for, bro.
Yeah,
And
again,
do you-
he gets
do you
lucky.
think that was Matt's luck at play at all? Or
Oh,
Very possibly.
have they
Happy
talked
blood with the right idea.
But does Matt have any luck in this show?
They've very loosely shown that he's lucky with like
Okay.
dice
TV.
earlier, I think, and then like
Oh, okay.
I think there was another. They mentioned him gambling a lot and not losing. It was very like offhand comment. It was like when him and Matt and Rand, Matt, Rand, and Perrin were all drinking in that one when he's having the drawing done and stuff.
Okay.
I think they
Alright.
very like loosely say something about him gambling a lot and like winning.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
But there's no mention of the Dark One's own luck or anything like that.
Joe's taint drawing on Watchinary survived right now. Yeah, that's true. Drawings, yeah, that's true. Watchinary drawings. I drew some horrific stuff on Watchinary.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good shit. That's a good point. That was the best dicking I've received in a while, Jono. Thank you.
Thank you, Jono.
She sang about boobs. She did. That's true. That's one of the things she did.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And I'm pretty sure Jono's going to be showing us his boobs.
Matt only has
Anyway.
luck with me, man. I don't know what that means. Do you think that guy fucked the bracelet like flashlight before he gave it to them?
Probably. Good point.
Well, now I do.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
I mean, it's a great size for it.
That if you've got a huge.
I love Tom
cock.
calling her chit, like Jono said. I agree.
Yeah.
And then basically, he's like, Matt. I love when she's like, "All right, old man, do you know the song?" He's like, "Old man."
Right.
That part was pretty good.
The whole Tanchico, all the costumes, the sets,
Yeah,
fantastic.
awesome.
So great.
It feels like they threw their entire budget at this.
So-
It does.
and not in a bad way.
Yeah.
I know there's a
Yeah.
small group of people that are suspicious of Elayne, right? And then they kind of quiet those people down, and then she sings a song to a whole crowd of people who were, for the most part, I would say, like, I don't know, call it 90%, not aware of the conversation that they were having before this.
Uh-huh.
Then Elayne decides to yell, "I'm the daughter heir of Andor," out loud to the entire crowd while standing on top of a table.
Uh-huh.
Just saying possibly not the
that's an
smartest
Elayne-
thing to do.
That's an Elayne moment, though.
So
That's a classic
fucking
Elayne
dumb.
moment.
I'll be
Good
honest.
job, show Elayne.
yeah.
You're finally catching up to book Elayne.
I love, like, first off, as Taffy
Fucking
said,
stupid, Jono.
that's
All
a
right.
very much an Elayne book thing, but also I think it's clear that there was never any fucking reason for us to say, "Oh, that's the daughter heir." Makes no fucking sense. Why would this bitch be here? Doesn't make any sense. She's not missing because she got here faster than rumor because she took a fucking rake-in that was,
Yeah.
again, faster than rumor by far. it made no sense for that to be something that anyone was concerned
Maybe
about.
the rumor that's reached Tanchico is that she's in Fain.
So it took it.
I'm just saying.
If so, then it's still dumb.
Maybe
that
the news
being
is
said-
so slow that they think that she's conceivably still on that coast.
You know what? Possible. Assuming, of course, you believe in the Wheel of Time map.
I
which
just,
I'm sure-
I just love. I'm the fucking daughter of Vandor in
I
front of
believe
everybody.
in the Wheel of Time.
Who,
I
who,
think
again, most
I
of these
think it's
people-
adorable. Like of all the shit that happens right now, I think it's adorable. I think it's funny. I think it's in character.
Yeah.
It was in character for being stupid.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Joe.
It was in character.
Your Hills of Jochicho, which by
Anyway,
the way,
Denise's getting more drunk.
hold on,
has to-
hold on. Let's
But
go back.
Joe has
Let's
to
go
hate
back.
her for announcing she's the daughter of Vandor, no matter
Yeah,
the
I have to.
context.
Also,
well, you're wrong.
it is stupid.
Can we talk about the fact that, like, as soon as she started to sing, I don't know what you guys thought, but I was like, the Hills of Tanchico are tits. It's like as soon because I saw like one chick on the side doing this.
Yeah.
And I said to
Well,
my
that's
wife
what she
before she
figured out.
died. As soon as I said it, I was just like, they're
Wait a minute,
tits. And she
what
was-
did you see that woman doing? There it is. All right, go now, Joe. You sing the song, and Jono, you have to rub your tits.
I don't remember the lyrics.
The Hills of Tanchico.
One is
Oh,
no
that's
good and
good.
3 is no better.
Okay,
That's
see,
all I
you
remember.
don't know the
Stop.
lyrics.
clearly didn't watch. What was it Fifth Element?
Yeah.
No,
No.
Fifth Element.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Mars. Total Recall.
Total Recall.
That's right. Yeah.
Uh,
Or third nipple with the man with the golden gun.
Yeah, third nipple. That's in,
Um,
All Rats. Turns out it's a pepperoni.
Got that wrong. To fling that off. Extra greasy. Anyway, I think it's an adorable song.
Oh yeah, it was great. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
The whole singing
My
part was
only
great.
hope, though,
Yeah.
is it doesn't turn into like in Game of Thrones. There are two songs that happen like 1,000 times. Reigns of Castamere and what's the other one? Like Bear or whatever the fuck. Please don't
So Elayne.
make it like where it's everyone sings the Hills of Tanchico. Patrick Lightbody, yeah.
So Elayne only knows that one song. That's the.
Is that
I think
Mallrats
she just.
too?
I think she knew it as like, oh, this is a Tanchico song that I kind of know, but then also
Right.
like she didn't understand that it was
Did you guys
a
catch
body
how-
song.
Did you catch? Yeah, how when she told Tom what songs she wanted to do, he's like, "Are you sure? Like, that's about titties."
Yeah. Tom's definitely like that one. All right.
Yeah. Quado.
Or one's not enough and 3 is too
Quaid
many.
and Quado.
2, bring a man to his knees. Hey. There's also something about like it lays all the men down on the ship or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think it's a great song.
I mean,
And
yeah,
again-
the lyrics are great. Also, if you listen to the lyrics for 5 seconds, how would she not? If she knows the song, she's never put that together. It took somebody rubbing their breast for her to go like, "Oh shit!"
She's she's very book smart, but she's
Yeah.
just getting some world experience now, so it's taking her a little while to
It's
catch
also
up.
about the bracelets and collar. Really, you have to revisit those lyrics.
It
Tits,
might
tits,
be
tits.
that would kind of make
Free
sense
bird.
if it was, because there's so many songs and stuff in the books that people just sing and know, but they don't know what the fuck
Yeah.
they mean or what they're in reference to, because they've been like they're super old and they reference like old things. But so that would kind of make sense if it was in
Mhm.
reference to that. And
Lenny
nobody
taught,
really
Lenny
knew.
taught her the song.
Yeah.
What if instead of Elayne
Lenny-
collecting swears, she collects dirty songs? I don't mind that at all. I like that. That's
I
fine.
love
That's
that
good.
very
Great.
much. Yeah.
I do. So again, remember they were teaching the Panarch of Tanchico the body songs in
Body
the Black Gotcha
song. Yeah.
was. So that's kind of fun. That we
Yeah.
got it at least, I guess. You know, even though it's not the way it technically happened.
Well, maybe she'll stick some ice peppers up her pussy next. So
Oh, 2 will bring a man to his knees refers to the 2 women with the down bracelets. Okay. Okay.
I can't
Oh,
wait till
no.
she learns Macho Man.
oh,
First lines
that'll
are-
be great too.
Yeah. Want to feel my body?
She has a great voice. I like, yeah. We're
Yeah,
all
I
we all
think she's
agree.
great.
Yeah, it's a great. It was
Again-
great. That was fun.
it comes back to the point that I don't think they've done too many, not many at all, like casting issues. Like
Yeah, was the song Tom
Elayne-
was singing in the street the same song he sang? It wasn't, right? He was singing like the Horn of Valir song, right?
Yeah, the Horn of Valir, which of course was him holding a pitcher of shitty water.
Yeah. It was one horn on his dick and one horn while he shit.
On his ass.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Join us next week
Oh,
for
God.
whatever the fuck.
One on
happens
your
later.
dick and one on your asshole. Anyway, Nynaeve, they're drunk. This is when she overhears the person, and the old Lunaut clan was wiped out a few weeks back. Can I buy you a drink? Can you tell me more about her? Kind of. Then we get Leandrin murdering Naomi, which I loved. Thought it was hilarious. She's got those finger guns going on.
I actually don't hate this. I thought
it was great.
It doesn't quite jive, but you know what? Fuck it. Why not?
I think it was all right. Also, I mean, like it plays up the Forsaken are fucking with each other behind the scenes, which we haven't gotten quite enough of. So like, I like that.
Yeah.
And then, but it is kind of funny that Leandrin doesn't really. Does she know that it's her? Because she just kind of like. It seems like she just kind of assumes, and just goes like, "This you're one of them," kind of thing, and just plays a hand. Like it's like she's bluffing, and then she's like, "You're right, I am." Like, I have powerful friends. She's like, I don't need powerful friends. I'm going to be a chosen kind of thing. But like, seems like she was kind of.
There was something in another scene earlier where she looked at like Naomi was featured very strongly at one point.
Is it when Naomi's like staring at the collar statue and she's like,
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And I think that was sufficient for her. But that being said, I don't disagree that it's not really enough. On the other hand, it's interesting because
within the Black Ajna, I guess it's funny though. Like, I have a slight suspicion, and therefore
but hold on though.
Yeah.
So that's kind of one of the things I was going to say is like if we want to reframe, and that is what's happening is we're reframing everyone that's kind of a dark friend, right? Like Leandrin has a reason to have become Dreadlord, Black Ajna. Lanfear has a reason to be this. Like all these people are much more, to a certain extent, rationally evil. That being said, then you would think that there'd be a little evil.
Thank you.
But that being said, you would think that there would be a little more rationality in their alliances and therefore the lack thereof. Like here, she's pretty happy to just fucking murder her. Like that doesn't feel in keeping with. Not that she's not evil, not willing to do so, but she's far more like pragmatic.
Aspirations within the dark friend world of becoming not only a dreadlord, but like a chosen, as she clearly says in this scene. But still, like murdering the, I don't know, pawn, I guess, or minion of another. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Though, like murdering somebody else that's like that she reports to Robin and I report to Lanfear, and I'm gonna kill this bitch.
Yeah, that's.
And I guess Lanfear did say to do that. It's not like she's not following orders, I guess, but it's just like it seems like that's like now you're gonna bring down the wrath of like another Forsaken on you.
Well, I guess she doesn't really have a choice, right?
Yeah, I guess she doesn't. But also the caveat is like
right.
assuming Lanfear will protect her if she does what she's supposed to do or whatever. But
so maybe that's enough, right? But to me, it just it felt at least like. She doesn't do a great job. How dare she? Like the show doesn't do a good enough job of really explaining like they're not as cutthroat, but at the same time, she is forced into a cutthroat decision. Like that to me is kind of lacking. Oh well. Anyway, so she's dead.
She's dead.
Whoops,
I love how like 2 seconds later after that happens, Ispin walks in and she's like, "Oh hey, Ispin, you're back."
Yeah.
Like she doesn't like in any way go like, yeah, I killed her because of this reason or whatever.
Nope.
Like, oh hey.
Good to go.
Yeah.
Also, we do learn that
oh, go ahead.
the callers in the Panic's palace.
Yeah, that's all I was gonna say too. Yeah.
And we talked about the I'm going to become one of the chosen, and I don't want to talk about it again because it obsessed me.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we already talked about it. Let's just move
we
past
talked
it.
about that already. We talked about it.
Wasn't there somebody else in the books that aspired to being a chosen?
Mazrim
As
Time?
Joe had mentioned, yeah, Alviren.
Oh, no,
that's
Aaron, yeah.
but she said she was hoping
Wait, did
to
she
become
say
one.
that? I thought that was just us wanting it.
There was somebody
she
in the
actually
book that
technically
said that they
also,
wanted to become one.
Well, don't they all?
Mazrim
If you can use the one
Mazrim
power
Taine
and you're
kind
a
of
dark
has
friend, don't you?
Yeah.
Isn't that the goal?
Yeah.
Not for me. I just wanted to stay where I was.
I wish more of them had just been awarded not just Black Aja, but like you are now a Dreadlord. Like
Dreadlord's
knighted
one of the
by a chosen.
badass things you could ever say is awesome.
Yeah.
It's actually
We
Dr.
don't really get that.
Edlord.
It's
Yeah.
what?
Oh, Dr. Edlord. That's what I said.
Dr. Edlord. Yeah.
Dr. Edlord.
Yeah, Dr. Edlord. Thank you so
Hello.
much for your service. But anyway, so now we go back to perhaps a more frustrating scene for me. The
Yeah, a
Coffin
little girl's like,
Sisters.
Give me my spear back.
No,
To me right now.
no.
all right.
We talked about the tangents. We talked about
No,
the tangents.
No,
1040.
Jono, you do the Rand voice. You speak for
No.
Rand.
Johnny, you talk for
It's-
Rand.
And Joe
It's
speaks for
1040.
the girl.
No, it's not my birthday. We're not doing this.
Oh,
We're not doing this for
okay.
80 more minutes. All right.
Okay.
So
listen,
Maxim's watching Alana die. The Coffin girls come in and heal her. What the fuck? I wrote.
I'm pretty sure that I am not the only person. I'm sure other people all over the planet guessed it. But do you remember last week I said that Bode was probably going to heal her?
Oh yeah, I do remember you saying
I'm
that.
sure lots
and
of
I agree
people-
with you 100% then, and I obviously agree with you now. What I kind of liked is that the scene was sort of like a fucking movie where a bank robber removes the bullet out of their own body with like a mirror and a shitty equipment and a you know,
it's totally like
she was like
that.
walking them
Yeah.
through it like it was like, this is how you do it now, knit the blood to blood and bone to bone, and like she was kind of like describing what to do for them, and I was just like, this is kind of funny. It's like that scene where like, you know, like the guy's like, I hold the mirror there so I can stitch myself back up.
Totally, it's just like that.
Yes, Chano. Goals are dumb. Goals are dumb, I agree.
Hi, Dan.
There's that look from the girl. Hello.
Like, this looked like a fucking like creepy ass duo from whatever horror movie. They look fucking terrifying. It
From
looks
The Shining?
Yeah, almost. Like, we don't even know Bode's doing the healing. Technically, there's two of them.
Well, I
here.
guess it's
Yeah, it
both
looks
of them.
like they're linked, or she linked them or something. Or
Yeah.
They're
I
both
think.
channeling.
Do you think that Alana was guiding the flow?
Guiding the flows? I don't.
You think she,
Can you do that?
She shouldn't be
Isn't
able to
that
back her own
technically like
flows.
healing
No.
yourself?
Yeah, correct him, Joe. I would think that's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
okay,
that would be a
no.
way out. That's like an easy out.
Yeah.
They call me. I don't know. I the whole thing is just, to me, wrong, bad, don't like it. I
Right.
haven't really appreciated, and again, they're dark, dirty, like
I think
Why
they're
can't they-
just sisters. They're not twins.
yeah, they're
One's
not
younger.
twins.
One's
Like, they look
clearly
different age, and if anyone could tell who's younger, it's
Wait, they
me.
are twins in the show? Oh shit! maybe
Wait,
I was
really?
wrong. I don't know. I'm wrong.
Well,
I thought
fuck
one
it.
looked slightly older than the other, but
I agree. Well, I think one looks slightly younger.
the only thing Alana guides is to her pussy. Identical twins? Wait a minute.
Well, they do look a lot alike.
They look like sisters. I
Yeah,
don't know.
but there's clearly an inch and a half fucking difference, and I
No.
should
Yeah.
know. That's how long my
Both-
penis. is.
Bode is wearing platforms.
Is that what it is?
Platform
Okay,
shoes.
that makes sense. This is my least
Anyway.
favorite scene in this episode. Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is actually my this
Oh,
may be
the
my second
actors
most
are
favorite.
identical twins. Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, they look like it.
One is older by like 10 minutes.
Oh,
Thanks,
okay.
Patrick.
Yeah,
Thanks,
they just
Patrick.
rip out
got it.
sideways.
See,
just-
You got it.
You guys were right about that.
Anyway, I'm just
Nynaeve does heal Breakbone Fever with no training and without even knowing she's channeling. So that and Egwene does that, doesn't she? Oh, she heals it.
yeah, but how old are they?
Well, there's
But yeah,
that, but also I think. Well, I mean, obviously
I
the
guess
show's
age
using this
is
moment to be like, "See, I was right.
age.
There is like
Yeah.
channelers in the Two Rivers or whatever." But like, I don't know. One has already channeled. That's true. One has already channeled.
But it's the whole point though is yes, one has already channeled. That's a very good point. But here, like,
Alana
the
does
point is,
teach
like, there's-
regularly in the tower. These are all good points.
Yeah.
but they're not. That's
I think
not
it's
how
dumb.
it works, though. Like this is instinctive until you understand. So, like, teaching instinctive is the opposite of instinctuality, which is a type of sex.
Oh. Really?
It smells weird.
I did.
If they had just done like a one of them started crying and was like, "She can't die," and then like a burst of light happened and he
That
I
would have
been
made
like,
more
"That's all right.
sense.
I would buy it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but like the fact that she was like, "And now do this, and now do that." Now I was like, "This is weird." Also, did she have to say "I told you so"? Like, did we need that? I don't
Fuck
like
that. Fuck it.
I did like how
Yeah,
she was
but
like,
by the way,
well,
I
2
think
seconds
that
later
was
she
just to
says,
point out
"I
that-
told you there was channelers in the Two Rivers." Blah blah. Just say that. Do you have to be like, "I
Oh.
told you so, Maxim"?
but
No,
I
I don't
hate
know.
that too. Because fuck it. It doesn't matter. Next.
The twins' clothes still smell like burnt natty.
Oh, they
Light
probably
or
do.
heavy?
Tastes like barbecue. I'm not interested in you anymore.
Oh, you got barbecue.
If
Still like what I'm
if only they had no training, it would have been more believable. It would have been.
Right. Well, that's how Nynaeve healed literally like 7 people just by bursting out her you know.
I don't know what Lauren would fall into. Definitely not Battle Asha. Not Brown either. I don't know.
I never thought about that.
Too
before.
soon. The twins
Shanda
cringe every time somebody says blood and ashes.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That one took me a second. That's good.
Isn't that too soon? It's not too soon. I thought that joke was great, Dan.
I like it a lot.
I laugh at burning.
That was
I feel like it's
good.
more like ashes and flesh.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
I'm still
Flesh
trying to
patches.
figure out the Lauren and Shanda's ajas.
Ah.
God damn it. I need some more. I'm going to go get some more tea.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Y'all,
Let's
hold
have
on a
tea.
second.
When you
Ah,
figure
hot
out their
tea.
ahas, they'll sing "Take on Me." I think.
Take
Perrin
tea.
and Faile, and she's like, "Why are your guys gold?" And he's like, "Well, the wolves, talk to me, and they understand me, and I understand them." Which I again, they're going through like, they're rapid firing through their relationship, but I kind of don't care. Like, I'm like, good, faster this up.
Faster this up. So I again, I liked about half of this. If he had said, I'm a wolf, kind of, or not, like, and then she had said, I need to be careful what I say under my breath, that would have completed the arc for me. Because I think that's one of the most interesting things that, like, in a very
He's
serious
like, "You're
way
weirded out," and he's like, "You're taking this really well. You're not weirded out." And she's like, "Well, I am, but I don't care about weird, obviously."
But I
cool.
think one of the most important things for Faile is that, like, her response when she hears it is, I need to make sure that
This is exactly what I'm talking about, by the way.
it's true. I think Mr. Stovey's a huge Perrin fan.
Yeah, we all know Dobie loves Perrin, but
Yeah.
That's her favorite character.
yellow and blue is so green.
Everyone get an art coloring wheel, and that makes sense.
Yeah. You know what? I did have a note here. Perrin looks good in that shirt. Stop hiding him in those billowy shirts. He looks like a blacksmith. What
does look
blacksmith
like a
walks around with
blacksmith.
flowing blouse shirts? Like what have they been doing with him?
Maybe he's worried
Seems
about
like an
someone-
afterthought for them. Like, just make Perrin look fucking cool. I'm ready
He's
for
not
him to
trying to
look
like
badass.
flex in front of people.
He should,
Why?
because he's the
I
bad.
feel like you get the title blacksmith, people are just like, well, I'm not gonna fuck with
I
that
want
guy.
him to wear the furry vest that he wears on the cover of book 3.
Now that's true. Yeah,
That's what he
Yeah.
should be wearing.
yeah.
All
I
of
want
Perrin.
just disembodied head Ishamael somewhere. Just
So he tells her
cackling.
about
Just
Matt, which is
floating.
hilarious. He's like, "This is
I
my
hate
friend
this.
Matt." What I thought was fucking great.
It's pretty funny.
She's
It's
like,
pretty
"Look," he's
funny.
like, "Look, there's something I gotta tell you. I've been there hasn't been a good time." And she's like, "You fucking son of a bitch."
Yeah,
You've
totally.
had this over my head this whole time. And then they start making out, and then she climbs on top of him, which is creepy because she's so
She looks
tall
like
and he's so gigantic.
Yeah, it's I try not to think. Yeah,
There's the size difference between those actors is so like astronomical that I'm just like, I don't know how this is gonna work. But all
What
right.
is it called? Obviously, I don't have children, but when the vagina splits all the way into the rectum, to the taint.
it's a party.
It's party in the front and the
Fair
back.
enough.
Party.
Anyway, they're making out, and Alana's cock blocks Perrin.
They're just laughing.
I hate that too.
You trying to have sex? Too bad.
She's like, "Let
You'd
me
probably
feel you
die
first."
from it.
Yeah, I hate that too. Also, this woman should not be upright because, or she can be, but she was on death's door.
Yeah,
So
I don't
she
think
should
they
like-
have a. I don't
she,
think they have a
like, limped her ass down the
recovery time
stairs.
for
Not like she-
healing in the show.
Yeah.
They just
I'm
get
out.
healed and they're fine. They don't have like the recovery time.
Yeah,
having
like,
to go for a
fuck.
week and stuff.
Like Leandrin in Tarvalon in the first episode or whatever was just like running out of the city 5 seconds after she got
Yeah,
stabbed to the fucking chest.
True. Or melted face. I fucking loved that. Just peeling off flesh. Like it got me hard. Never mind.
so you did like it.
I did like it.
Oh,
I heard you need to be
really?
healed. Are
man.
you trying to
Tanchico.
get a boner or what's going on? There's so many comments.
She's so happy to walk in on them almost fucking. She's so excited about it.
She does look like more excited here than any other scene she's been in.
Yeah.
Hearing and smell, I need to bathe more often.
You would think.
Toby is flying to Atlanta to high five Joe.
Yeah.
That drawing is proof. That is hilarious that he's like, my friend blew the horn of Valyr, and she's like, I believe you based on this fucking
Yeah.
drawing.
Based on the fact that you're hoisting up a fucking
I mean, that's
dumbest
the same
goddamn-
thing as having like CNN on in the corner.
Oh God.
The drawing, it must be real. Is that the same spot Rand and Moghedien did it in season 1, episode 1? Probably.
Hell yeah.
It's the fucking fireplace. That's what they call it.
I think they did it on the kitchen counter, actually.
Who doesn't want to fuck Tinkerbell?
Yeah, she does look like Tinker.
There you go,
doesn't.
Dono.
Good
It's called
question.
Breach.
Thank you. Thank you,
No.
fans.
Good guess, guys. That's not it.
Breach loading the penis.
Breach is when the baby comes out feet first instead. And they can't come out that way because they'll just die.
3rd degree tear. Jesus Christ. Show
Okay,
reveal
that's-
was Hood, but book version of Faile finding out. Oh, good, I assume. Finding out, but it's been found as sadly funny. I mean, I agree. I liked it. What about the Wine Spring Inn next to Evansfield 540? I mean, I think he's just finally over his dead wife, that he murdered, by the way. Can't remember that. Gotta remember that. Smell of bunny cakes.
That's true.
Only bar in town. Man, there's a lot. There's a lot of comments.
A 4th degree vaginal tear extends
4th
from the
degree.
vagina through the perineum and anal sphincter muscles into
Well,
the
you know
rectum.
what? Who is it? Who said that? Was it?
God damn, that's horrible.
Actually,
don't even say that.
a breech birth would definitely do it.
Alana
That would
and
definitely
Moraine.
tear your whole booty.
Yeah.
It's probably because he's got that red lipstick dick because he's a half wolf.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Would
good
it's
point.
not. I don't think it's not a fistula. A fistula is technically a secondary hole. So anyway, it's just a big old gash, as they call it.
That actually happened to my sister.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the only news thing I could think of because I don't watch it. Patrick.
Yeah.
yeah.
Who watches
Fucking is.
news?
so can we get your sister on the show?
Yeah. You want to hear about the recovery? It was pretty fucking terrible.
I haven't jerked off
She
in
did it like
hours.
3 more times
Dovey
after
was
that.
preaching. They cut her out.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, there's lots of that in movies. The baby's breathing.
Moving on.
They're not turning around.
Moving
You gotta
on.
cut them out.
Feet first, and then
So Nynaeve and Min are checking out some fireworks and being real drunk and chummy, and then they all hang out together and meet Tom, which is
drunk and
adorable.
cummy.
And then Matt's secret admirer, not so secret admirer, comes up and goes like, "Hey, check out this bracelet I got."
This
Like,
is
I
too
don't have a
convenient.
collar
I
or a
hate this.
necklace, but I got this bracelet. Sounds like a lot like what you're talking about.
I hate this. I hate the whole thing of like finding it so conveniently.
That's Matt's
Assuming
fun.
it's real. I will say this. Assuming it's real.
Oh, okay. That's a good point.
What? For some reason, I just imagine that guy like running out of the bar, racing to a blacksmith, like, make this exact thing. Running back. Is he still here? There he is.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Fucking the best. I don't know why. That just got that nailed it. I love it. He goes, my dad has a shop. He's had this in his shop. He sells jewelry. He's had this in his shop for God knows how long. And he literally says he's always trying to pawn it off on people, as in like no one fucking wants this thing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It doesn't make sense.
and then Tom is like, "That's the shackled man of Tanchico. Don't you guys fucking know what you're looking for? You idiots."
No.
Which I also loved.
Next.
Oh,
Next,
Next.
we get a quick Olmog and Ispin in the Tel'aran'rhiod, and she very quickly murders her after finding out that she's working for Robin. Or wait, she already knows she's working for Robin. She's like, what were you going to tell to Robin? She's like, nothing. And then she's like, let me bore holes in your face.
Yeah.
this is one of my. I don't know what the fuck to say about this scenes. The whole thing, top to bottom, is fascinatingly weird. Moghedien says 2 of the 5 that the Dark One's hunting are in Tanchico,
Yeah.
which
Ispin says
name. Yeah, I'm sorry, you're right.
Yeah.
Who are 5, right? So we have 3
Egwene and
tWoTcast. Do your
They're
math
still
again.
counting Nynaeve.
What? Rand, Matt, Perrin, Egwene, and Nynaeve.
They're not counting. So they're not counting Elayne.
No.
Okay, I guess.
Oh
that
wait, 2 of the
makes-
5. Oh yeah, they do say. Oh, Matt and Nynaeve, dude.
Matt and Nynaeve. Okay.
Yeah, not Elayne.
Yeah. I just
For
feel
a
bad.
second, I was like, wait, shit, is that not? You're right. Nynaeve's only 1. What am I talking about?
I feel like Elayne
Yeah,
is
Matt's
just as
there.
important to all this shit. I feel like that's a.
The
I guess
Dark One
that
has them
never-
hunting the Emmons Field 5. That's what they're saying.
I
Basically.
guess that's true. That makes more sense. I fucked up. Fuck you.
Moving on.
Omog compilation again.
How's Matt so rich already? He likes to gamble, Dan.
Yeah, just because we haven't seen him win once, we haven't talked about his luck at all.
When we cut to Matt in Tanchico, when Elayne is getting her knife to her throat, he's winning, currently winning, has won some gambling. He's like scraping coins into a bag, and he's like, maybe you'll get some of this later if you find me that collar. Like, he's clearly has just won a large amount of
That's
money.
not how I felt about that. It felt more like he was just putting money together to give the guy.
He's scraping money off of a fucking table into a bag that he just won at a game with those people around him.
Taffy B.
Is that when he takes off to go fight to run after Tom?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then 5 seconds later, he runs off to Tom. Yeah.
It did not feel. I don't know.
They just didn't show the game. They said, Matt, find a card game, and then he did that. They just didn't show the game. He was like pulling his winnings in.
I also would have liked to think
It's
about
Tom's
like, well, I'm
coin
not
purse.
sure
That
about
is correct.
cards.
It's Tom's coin purse. But like before that, he's got his own.
Before
money.
that, yeah, Finn, there's 2 coin purses shown. One of which is his testicles.
That's showing his cleavage more than Savannah.
But not
Yeah,
as much as
that's
Rissell.
true.
Rissell has the best bosom in the entire series.
Matt is in to convince a guy to suck your dick content. I mean, he is doing a pretty good job. He's almost there.
How do you win?
Matt was wearing a lot of beads and was purchased for the night. It's pretty good.
That's true. I love Beach's picture. I love it when Beach says stuff because he's funny, and then also because I like looking at his dog.
You like puppies?
That's a cute picture.
Uh,
I love everybody's. I'm sorry. I love everyone's pictures. I love
Oh,
all of
yeah.
your
How
pictures,
dare you,
everybody.
Cassie.
I love
Compliment
everybody's
everyone or no one?
pictures.
Oh, is this where old Mog comes in now?
Yeah, Moghedien with Nynaeve and Elayne.
I think this is well done. I
it's
didn't know
great.
how this would translate to screen.
Horrifying.
It's creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
Old Mog is creepy as fuck.
This is one of the best scenes probably in the whole series so far. All
I
2
agree. I thought it was
seasons.
fantastic.
Yeah, it was really, really well done. It's good.
It gives me high hopes for Nynaeve versus Olmog in the Panarch's palace.
Yeah.
Of just staring at each other and just crazy damage going on around them.
Yeah.
I hope the whole time that old Mog is like vomiting weird foodstuffs. It makes no sense. Why are you doing
But I
this?
think this kind of sets that up in the sense of like when she's like, you got, oh man, first of all, the whole scene's fucking creepy as fuck. But
Yeah.
I love we would have beaten that out of you, like hug with Nynaeve about her block.
Totally.
And she's like, that would have worked. That works for me right now, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Which is fucking extra creepy because you're just like, what do you mean? If it wasn't fine, would you have started beating her right now?
Nope. What just killed her? Just killed her. Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I think it's wonderful.
She's like, give me that bracelet. And she's like, here you go. And she keeps holding on to it. And then she's like straining behind her eyes, which like,
Yeah.
again, great job.
Is really well
acting.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was really well done.
And she's like, you're resisting me? And then she's like, maybe I'll come back and you'll listen to everything I say, right? And she's like, yes, I will, kind of thing. But I can't wait for that not to be the case because the next time
It's incredible.
She sees old Mog, it's going to be like throwdown.
Yeah.
It really reminds me of, do you remember that scene where I tried to have sex with my wife? And she was like, yes.
Yeah. And then it deflated immediately.
Yeah.
There's just nothing.
And I had to sit there.
Yeah. You only have the bike pump. That's the problem. You need to get an electric pump.
Oh,
Fill that
okay.
up. Lickety split.
That's my fault. It's my fault.
Keep it plugged in, Jano. Anyway, she walks out. She takes she leaves, and they're like, hey, where's the bracelet? And then she's like, Nynaeve, what about your face? Which, that was extra fucked up, by the way. Weird move, though, for Olmog to slice her face open.
She did that because she resisted her.
Oh, yeah, but also, she probably doesn't give a fuck. She knows her weave will hold that they won't remember her. But maybe the cut will be what makes her remember. That'll be interesting.
But Nynaeve hasn't been in Teleranriad at all, so how is she going to recognize her? Maybe they're just going to skip that part where Nynaeve, they showed her having resistance here, so she's going to see her again. And
well, they don't fight in Teleranriad. They fight in
but she sees her in the books. She sees her in Teleranriad.
Oh, and it jogs her memory.
Yeah. So maybe that's what this.
I don't know. A lot can happen in the next episode based on how fast Egwene is trained.
You're not wrong. Yeah. So she sees her in Teleranriad, and Birgitte's the one who tells her who it was. Mm-hmm. If I remember correctly, and there's kind of something going on there, right?
But she doesn't look quite the same. But she recognized her.
Well, she changed her haircut.
Yeah, her change.
Yeah.
I don't know. But maybe that scratch is the thing that's going to make Nynaeve be able to resist her next time she sees her and jog her memory.
Well, I don't like running.
Skip that. Oh, you don't like running?
Yeah, jogging's stupid.
Jogging is stupid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ran into Egwene breakup, guys. How do you feel about it?
Oh no.
I mean, long time coming,
Let's just skip straight to Samuel.
I mean, I think this is a great scene. What are you going to say?
This is Joe is actually trying to be helpful because I said we should probably wrap this up sooner rather than later, and I do apologize.
Okay.
And also, thank you, Joe. This is one of those things that, again, that dumb bitch that I live with, she pays zero rent because she's just a balloon. She was very impressed by kind of the emotional like aptitude in a positive way that's actually happening here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, there's a confrontation. Yes, we've done this. You know, it's kind of like there's lying, there's cheating, but at the same time, like there's a lot going on. And like I tried to confront her again, kind of weird because it's just a blow up doll. And I said, you know, it's lying and cheating, and her response was, "Yeah, but Rand's got a penis." And
None of that happened. That's nothing that you just said actually happened. I don't believe it.
Rand doesn't have a penis?
No, Rand does not have a penis. He's smooth like a Ken doll.
Oh, is that what Choden Cow is? Like a Choden
That's what Choden Ball is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
People should
just
only
to me,
jog if they're being chased by a slut lion.
Good point. That's a good point. Yeah. I'm gonna remember that.
This
In
scene
Wet
was,
Hot
I mean,
Americans.
like making Rand, that part I didn't like love.
I
Not
just
gonna
don't.
lie.
I the whole. I
that's
watched
some-
it again. It just didn't
Leaving-
make sense to me. That what
leaving
they
them
chose
broken
to
up.
say to each other
Yeah.
didn't really make sense. So I just moved
that
past
was
it.
actually my point. Is like what you've done though. Like I get the fact that like you know what, there is a little bit of like retribution, not retribution, but like satisfaction with the fact that Rand says like, regardless, Egwene would never have been content. Nothing is ever enough for her. The world is not enough. She's a Bond girl. Wait, that's not right. But like there is truth to that, both in the books and the show.
Yeah.
But you also really fuck Rand's character up as someone that you want to do your dreams count as cheating. He's doing her in real fucking life.
But
Like,
Egwene didn't know about
they
her
weren't
at
like
all.
together though.
But they've slept together. They slept together in Tar Valon. Like
Yeah.
They were on a break, Jono.
So the Friends episode aside, like he knows about it and he's still fucking her in his dreams. Now, whether or not
Not
he can
since
actually
Egwene
say
and
no,
Rand got back together. I guess. I mean, I'm pretty
it was
sure
in a
that
dream
last
2 nights
scene-
ago.
Yeah.
Like his dreams, he knows are more than real, like are more than just dreams. Like he knows that. And he's not saying no. He's not doing anything.
he didn't say
He
anything
is
like I
literally
didn't.
fucking an evil
He should
demigod.
have at least said I didn't tell you because I'm trying to. I got in. Like there was nothing about how he got. There was no real explanation. There was nothing that really got said there that mattered. Kind of.
Because a
I don't
woman
know.
spoke.
He
Jesus,
could,
Taffy.
well, yeah, because I'm sorry, and now look at me, I'm speaking, so I apologize.
We accept, which is
How
also
dare
what Joe has tattooed on his ass.
Yeah,
He
we
does?
accept. Yeah, we accept.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
In the same
yeah.
colors as the accepted. He's so beautiful.
Oh, that sounds nice.
It feels
saw-
great.
Do you love her? And he's like, I don't not love her. Just
Yeah.
throwing that out there.
But just anything
Again.
about how I've known like she's a chosen, and I'm trying to bide my time with her because I don't want her to fucking kill everybody around me. Like he didn't say anything about like
Yeah.
why he was still talking to her. Like
Well, there's also
That
the part of
should've
him.
been
Part of
thrown
him
in there.
believes he can redeem her, like as he's very much said out loud too. So like, there's that too.
okay.
But-
Again, all that's missing in this conversation, right? I mean, technically,
Yeah.
he's seen the beginning of Mierin, right? We know
he
that.
throws out. Then it's already happened.
Not
The
beginning
madness.
of her.
It's like fuck off. And I'm like, that's how I felt about it too. And he's like, if that makes it easier, like that's.
Well, because he's
I
not
guess.
giving her any real like good information. So she's like, "Are you fucking
mean,
insane?" Like,
what man breaks up well?
it's been a long time for me. So I think, I mean, it's you guys too. When was the last time you had any kind of a
I don't know.
weird fight like that?
Very long time ago.
Yeah.
I win all my fights.
Oh, I'm sure
Oh,
you
I
did.
always enjoy sleeping in a different room.
Breakups. It's been a long time.
Bitch. It's been a while. Yeah.
Anyway, they're standing there for a brief second before this happens. They get blasted across the room. Is it? I don't know. The Samuel thing is. Do you like it?
I
No?
liked the hammer. The hammer was cool.
no.
Really? Look at him.
No.
Look at him
No.
dancing
Yeah.
around with it.
Like we were on pace for a very good episode until the end of this. And yes, it's actually said about hey, I'm gonna send Rand whatever the fuck. Moraine, or not Moraine. Well, in Moraine's dream with Lanfear, it's telegraphed that this is gonna happen. But this is, I fucking hate this.
I
At
mean,
least the
we
fight.
knew we weren't getting Asmodean. Everyone kept going, the last one's going to be Asmodean. I'm like, no, it's not. It's going to be Demandred. You're out of your minds. But okay. But
I
or
never
some
knew
combination thereof. But like, I fully believe the show is probably going to do Mazrim Taim is Demandred. But like, he's still going to be the last one, right? Got to be. He's the big bad in the end. They need him.
We'll see. We'll see what they think.
We'll
they need and what they
see.
don't need.
We'll see.
Now,
I almost.
you guys think they're going to make
Samuel's going to be
still-
Asmodean for
you
sure.
think he's still alive?
Yeah.
And then, but then, Egwene and Avienda and Lan and Moraine have all seen him.
Right,
So-
so the plan shifts, but Moraine's like in on it with Lanfear to begin with right now. So like, I don't think that's weird, kind of thing. Moraine knowing, I guess. Lan knowing because Moraine knows.
So his
who cares?
next big thing is he's gonna.
Egwene and Avienda
okay.
knowing is interesting. You're right, but not that
Lan
weird.
too.
Why do they have
Again,
to
Lan's
know?
just
Because
adjacent
they've
to
all
Moraine.
he's laying there in a pile of bricks like this. They can all see.
No.
his
All right, couple
face.
things. First off, it's lying there.
Okay.
Secondly, why did they have to assume two characters are the same? Like, why can't we put him in Aiel face or whatever?
Yeah, they'll just put him in Aiel face.
Okay. All right. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I
Anyway,
apologize.
Avienda comes in and saves the fucking day 'cause she's a badass.
Yeah, and she's wielding fire spears, which
Really fucking
is
cool. Loved it.
they
She
look too
hasn't
close
given
to
it up
swords.
yet.
Well, that's a different chapter when she gives it up.
Yeah, it's less fire and more icy, if I recall.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ray, for fixing our beloved story. I'm still pulling for Asmodean. I don't not want Asmodean. I'm just saying when there's only one left Forsaken to have, that's not going to be the one. Like, that's it. Like, it's just not.
So doesn't this technically
maybe
mean that?
if they're getting rid of him,
Samuel-
then they could bring Asmodean in. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I already said it. It's no big
Maybe
deal.
Samuel did die and he's going to come back as a new character.
No, but doesn't it technically mean? And like again, I don't remember what all the fuck was seen because you drink. But
Cute.
what if Samuel plays the harp?
Or this
Yeah.
the harp would be
Lanfear
great.
pointed out that Samuel was the weakest. Now he's captured, probably about to teach Rand. See? It all makes sense.
So if Samuel plays the harp, like, doesn't that technically fulfill this dumb 360 that we're looking for? Was there?
What
Humans
harp?
just over-
Are you trying to?
Wasn't there a thing that we saw in like season 1 where there were like a whole bunch of different pieces?
Oh, in Joe's
of-
favorite episode.
Well, every episode's just favorite.
Oh
Yeah,
wait, this is opposite. Then I have to go like this to point at Joe, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's true.
Every episode.
By the way, I feel very good about this, like my ability to point. Penis. Penis.
Seems more of a pipes guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go back
Also,
and look at that.
but the point being,
She's not using them like short swords, Glenn. She threw it into his back. You don't throw a fucking sword. She threw a spear at his back.
yes, you do throw a sword. Did you not see what what's his dick Maxim did last episode?
That doesn't work
Max-
in real life. Anyway,
Anyway,
Samuel
the point
smashes
is,
them out into the outside, and then Rand's like, "I got a shield. I'm not worried about you." The second he starts channeling, it's just so much power, and it's everywhere, and he's completely protected, and everyone around is protected, and I just fucking love it because Samuel's just on the other side, shooting a
his
beam out of
fire
a weird
hammer.
hammer thing or whatever. But like,
I didn't like it.
Rand's just whatever, man, and then and then just lightnings his
I
ass.
liked how long that shot was of him.
I did
standing.
too. I thought it was cool. Like him just like
I'm like,
slowly standing
oh.
up, knowing he's safe, and then just going
Yeah,
like, I'm
that
gonna
was
fucking
cool.
strike you down now.
Like they really made that a long shot of him channeling all that. Like that was
Yeah, it was cool.
fucking bitchin', actually. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but Jono didn't like it. What didn't you like, honey?
I didn't like the hammer. This part that
Oh, the
was
hammer was
okay.
stupid.
Yeah, the hammer was stupid. Everything
thought it
Samuel
looked cool.
did, this whole fight,
I mean, it looked cool.
it doesn't make sense. The whole fight doesn't make any sense. Like, I get the fact that Lanfear presumably rigged this, which we'll get to, I hope, in the next episode.
They're just throwing out that crazy power hammer, so Perrin makes sense later.
Fuck right off with that if that's the case. But like, I didn't like any of this from. I remember just watching it. It felt awful because I still wanted to keep yelling about the weirdness that it was a queen and their breakup, and all of a sudden
This is
what happens. But exactly what Patrick Lightbody is about to say is this is a shitty version of what Rand does, because when Rand's thing in Tyr is amazing to really see. Like, there's this giant fucking like engorging cloud in the middle of a structure,
Right.
and then all of a sudden lightning strikes at every single dark construct, whether Trolloc, Myrddraal, etc. In every
it's
hallway.
all truncated down for show language.
Yeah, like
but
in
yeah,
I get
Tyr,
that.
they're only going to do Kalendor. They're not going to have time for two cool things.
To a certain extent, what's the point of doing this like multiple piece of lightning? Shouldn't you only need one piece of lightning? It just, I don't know. It felt
Fighting
like
a
you wasted
Forsaken,
it.
I don't think it's that.
Well, there was
crazy.
Is he killing a Forsaken?
I said fighting a Forsaken. I didn't say killed him.
I
He's
thought
not
he
dead. He's gonna
did.
train Rand. Everyone knows this.
Well, he was killing the dark friend Isle, wasn't he?
Oh, which by the way is another
Yeah,
point.
there was some other people dying back there.
In the books, the only person, well, not the only person, but obviously the Aiel come in two different fashions here, as far as we know. Ravin has a bunch, a couple times. Samael actually has, like, they have the bees with Melindra as well, and then of course we have the people in the Blight. So it makes some sense that he would do this, but not himself. I don't know. The whole thing's a little.
Well, he hates him the most out of everybody, right?
True,
So
he's got a
Lancer
livid
probably
scar.
barely had to say anything.
What was
to get him
Lanfear's
to go
plan?
after
Samuel
him.
could easily have killed Rand. I think she's confident he wouldn't lose, maybe.
Because he's the weakest, apparently.
Yeah.
Even though Samuel.
Lack
not
of
the
control,
weakest.
Jono.
Yeah, true.
Still
That's
wanted to
fair.
see that squash puppet.
That's what he calls his penis. That's going to be on the next episode.
Yeah.
Well, let's
He's like-
finish.
You want squash? Really? You want some of these?
You should show that.
I've got some squash right here.
Show that more recent scene of her.
Fuck you right off.
The whole thing of them not being able to see his weaves didn't make too much sense, because they were freaking out about him just sitting there holding her, because she didn't start jerking until the end. So, like, what
Well,
were they so
it was-
upset about? They're like, Rand,
It
no,
was
and he's just
before
sitting there
that
holding
he
her.
seems
No,
pretty
she's a little
unhinged.
young, okay? She's a little young, Taffy.
She doesn't jerk erect until the very end. But there
Right.
is like
So that's something that they would actually see him doing, but they're both like, Rand, no, but
no,
like,
well,
and he's,
I
like,
mean,
he's just sitting there doing nothing. Like, what are
yeah,
they
but
getting at?
he's like ranting like a lunatic. So I think there's like he's like, what am I supposed to bring this and bring that? Like they don't say Rand no until he says something like, I destroy and create. That's when they start yelling Rand no.
Okay.
And he says it so creepily.
I-
So
I
they,
don't know.
again,
I
they
love
hit
this
90%. They hit 90% here. It's not what I want, and I know it's darker and
That
shit.
looks like a
but,
comic right there. That looks fucking cool
It's
as hell.
fucking awesome.
That looks so rad.
There was Jono, I don't know if you remember this. Way back before the show started, people were being cast, and like they cast Rand al'Thor, and I saw his like actor reel, and I was like, there was some clips in there where he was like kind of crazy smiling and laughing a little bit. And I was like, I can't wait to see him like crazy laugh in the show, because I think he'll do a really good job.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
fucking shit, like man, he nailed that. Like he was
He
like
really did.
he
yeah,
crushed this.
visually
He
he's
called it.
perfect.
He
My
looked like
problem.
a fucking lunatic. And when Egwene's like, you can't do that, you can't heal death, and he's like, I can do anything, and I was like, that's some real Anakin Skywalker vibes going on right there.
Yeah.
I was loving it.
Two things. My problem is this is Rand now. Like he's not channeling. Like apparently he's mad enough right now that he feels like he can do anything. Like that's a pretty slippery slope. Technically, I guess that's a good book 3, season 3 Rand.
Yeah.
Because he's extra insane at that point. But in the books, he's aided by Calendor, which of course doesn't shield him from that level of madness. Which means that this should be his baseline going forward, that he is this prone to insanity. Secondly, though, is you've got the ability.
Situation.
Yeah, true. Like presumably this is rare, but secondly, now you've kind of opened up this box that like if he's really going to be this crazy, like right now, he should be like channeling weaves into her heart, into her lungs, like all this. Why not just have her expelling blood through whatever hole to show how fucking dark?
I wanted her to sit up with glowing eyes. She moved a little. She wasn't not
just the littlest bit. Like just
she was like twitching around on the rocks basically.
At the very end. Like,
it was very hard to see. I will say that. Like there was a lot of taint swirling around.
Yeah,
it was hard to see what was happening, but she was moving.
I just think that would have added a lot more because this is a scene. Both, I feel like this would have been much more of a like fucking hammer to the head for the heart for people who are watching. Book readers know what the fuck is going on. A Samuel, yeah. But like book readers know what's going on here, like what this is recreating.
Yeah,
I think that the people watching without context really needed something darker. It's already fucked up to have a dead child, even if she's a ginger.
I think it's pretty. Get some emotion across there.
I don't know.
The second time in one episode where Moraine had to come up and put her hand on his shoulder and be like, "Rain, like stop," kind of, and he's like, the scene where she's jerking like a puppet, like as described, and like she's like artificially breathing and all that, and everyone's looking on. I mean, like when I was watching it, I was kind of glad they didn't show a little girl's dead body. Sure, puppeting around a little bit. Like,
what do you have, a child?
I was like, don't do that. Yeah, I do. Around that age, so I don't necessarily need to see
different hair
child twitching up off the ground like a marionette. Like I think though I would have been like, and I'm out. Nope, like kind of thing. Like I don't know.
Well, guess what? Had you done that, you would have spared yourself from the next scene, which is terrible.
Oh, are you talking about Samuel buried under rocks?
No, that one we'll see what.
Are you talking about
later?
Random Moraine looking at each other, feeling each other's pain.
No. Nope. The next.
Are you talking about how Faile and two Aiel just stand on the top of a ridge and don't try to hide at all while Trollocs are pouring out of a waygate?
That's exactly right.
From a cliff?
Up from a cliff.
Whoever the fuck is in charge of like the cliff setting, fuck off. I don't know. Maybe he does. Maybe that guy needs a raise actually because he's already on one apparently. But has done all the goddamn work because half the scenes are just people watching other people from a cliff. And
that's how else do you over the shoulder camera view show a shitload of Trollocs coming out of a door? You gotta be up high so you could see it. It actually would have been really fucking cool if they were down low on the ground, like hiding and scouting in the trees and like ducking down in the bushes.
It's not like Faile wouldn't even have to duck that much because she's already like this, so she just would have done this.
Yeah, Faile would have just she just slightly would have squatted, and she would have been in the underbrush. Faile could hide in pine straw if she just like bent down a little.
The Aiel garb is like doesn't blend in at all in there. They should have added some it should have had them add some like dark colors to their shoes.
Yeah, they haven't really tried to change yet, but I mean, they did. Gaul at this point hadn't that's later on, right? They start adding greens and stuff to their.
Now does not exist.
So I was also really glad they didn't puppet her. It would have been too much for me. I don't know. As much as I would have loved to see it on one level, on another level, I'm like, too much. When it's real, it's too much. In a book, I'm like, get creepier. But in real life,
I'll read this all day. I'll read it all.
Seems like an easy thing. Just grab the weak male for sick and then shield him, tie him up. could see as somebody in that. I mean, like we could. That's pretty true.
It seems like it. I don't know.
I'm actually glad they didn't pop. Oh, I've got a lot of people.
But I did kind of want to see it too.
I mean, yeah.
Hey, those who agree with me, type your opinions and say you agree with me. Those who don't,
That's a poll.
kindly fuck off.
Streaming filler for Yuna.
It's kind of lost what he was doing and what they were telling him.
The younglings.
Like he just did 2 like palpitations. Like there was like 2 clears.
Yeah, it was kind of like
it.
that was like the second attempt.
Yeah, no, like
yeah.
stop and like, but he was just sitting there crying. Like there was too much drama from everybody else telling him to stop. Like, but he wasn't like doing anything at that point, you know.
Apparently, some of us are sicker than others. Agreed.
Yeah, these
sickos.
2 are sick, and I'm normal.
I'm as sick as Jono. Yes, I agree with Jono.
Yeah. Thank you. I agree with Jono, by the way.
I've told the chat multiple times not to agree with Jono. It's not allowed. You can agree with Taffy all you want.
Okay, well, I say it wasn't fucked up enough.
Thank you. By the way, so that's tWoTcast this week. If you have any comments or questions, the best way to find us, well, probably right here next week, is on
MySpace.
MySpace.com. Scroll it on the bottom.
It's the best way to find it is on MySpace.com/tWoTcast. It's the new Twitter of Times. MySpace.com/Taffy. Check it out. It's where you get all your wheeltime news for the show, the books, everything happening. Book 15's coming out. We're going to talk all about it. Get your news here.
Book 15 came out years ago, you little jerk.
Glenn said, wait, it's only 11:30.
I know. My birthday is in 33 minutes. That's not right.
That's not
36 minutes. Yeah.
7 days.
tWoTcast theme song brought to you by the one, the only, the Taffy Bennington.
Thank you for letting us make a song for you.
And legendary Andrew Bard of Time, who sings our outro. Jono, don't forget him.
Andrew.
I hadn't finished.
Links to all their stuff is below.
We're wrapping it up. Go get your dick sucked by your globe doll.
Jono, what else you got?
Join us next week for more Wheel of Time. We're going to be covering the Wheel of Time, Season 3, Episode 7. The number of inches of my penis.
In that vase.
Times 2.
Wow. Amazing.
Yep, that's right.
Times 2. That's still impressive.
Thank you.
Wait, 1, 2. Oh, I mean
2 vases.
Never mind.
Skip a few. Yeah. I'm Jono. Suck brick, Joe.
Okay. Taffy?
Bye.
I would not recommend sucking brick, by the way. It's dry and not that tasty.
Keep the change, you filthy animals.
Among the first to start, the tWoTcast was so smart to lovingly bash our favorite books. But that was long ago, and now they've grown the show, and now they got us in their hooks. Don't throw coins to these bastards, they need bars of gold at least. Someone please keep them afloat. Now let's listen as they once again ramble through a book. Let's get the fucking quote. One of them is Tom, but he is barely on. Sometimes he calls into the show. Another one is Jono. Is he their joker? Oh no. And Joe, is he the stupid one? Welcome to the tWoTcast. We will share our love for books and all our hate in every episode. We'll entertain you, make you laugh so hard you barely can stand up. That is the tWoTcast goal.